the band back to see a full stadium here, and this is the final time, at least for the regular season. Again, postseason still TBD at this point, but it's been a wonderful year. After everything we went without last year, there's just a lot of joy every single Friday night that's a home game.
Yeah, and I think you might have mentioned it. We got the band out there right now on the field. We've got the parents, we've got the teachers being introduced. Wonderful thing that Chi-Hi does in all of its athletic programs, has a night where they each pick a teacher to come out here and honor. And, you know, as a member of the school board, I can tell you that's huge, that these kids love and honor their teachers. And so that's what this night's all about. You hear the announcer right now going through all that, so it's great to see all them out there too. Yeah, a lot of people out here, even people from Memorial coming over here to watch, and it's great to be out here.
It's the Cards and the Old Abes, a rivalry that dates back to 1895, and of course there's been a hiatus because Memorial opted out of the fall season. These two teams have not played since 2019, and that was a 33-21 Memorial victory. Chi-Hi comes into the game at 4-2, 2-2 in conference play, and Memorial is 1-5 on the year and just one victory in the BRC so far. We'll step out for a brief break. Be back in 3 minutes with our interviews with both head coaches, starting with Rob Scott in his first year at the helm of Eau Claire Memorial after 15 years as the D coordinator in Superior. That's in 3 minutes. Here's the Culver's Kickoff Show continues, presented by Culver's of Lake Hallie. Back after this.
Meg Misspelt. I am a Vice President, Commercial Lender with Northwestern Bank here in Chippewa. We truly care about our customers. They're not just a loan number or an account. They're people. And one of the best things working for Northwestern Bank is their dedication to the community. It's an expectation, and you're supported in all aspects when you do get involved.
Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter. Member FDIC.
Not many of us like waiting in line. Waiting on hold. Your expected wait time is 26 minutes, or at that one stoplight.
Come on.
So if you don't want to wait for your prescriptions at the big box pharmacy, come to the Medicine Shop in Chippewa Falls and Menominee. Typical wait times are less than 5 to 10 minutes. Or choose free same-day local delivery. Choose your locally owned Medicine Shop pharmacy in Chippewa Falls and Menominee.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Toyson Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Toyson Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford.
What if you could work in a place you already love? Culver's of Lake Hallie is hiring now for both full and part-time positions, with wages up to $15 an hour for full-time and $11.50 an hour for students. And because they know you're busy, Culver's builds a flexible work schedule around your life. Have fun and grow as a team member at Culver's of Lake Hallie. Meal discounts on your Culver's favorites, free uniforms, vacation, and 401k. Apply today at culvers.com/careers or in person at Culver's of Lake Hallie.
Mason Companies, a family-owned, community-focused e-commerce retailer, has been operating in Wisconsin for over 117 years. So don't wait. Join our team today. We're hiring for our distribution center and customer care center. Full and part-time positions available. Score a great new career with Mason Companies. Apply now at MasonCompaniesInc.com/careers. That's MasonCompaniesInc.com/careers.
We all remember our glory days, catching a touchdown, unleashing the perfect slap shot, or watching your three float through the net. But now, maybe a lingering injury makes those days just a memory. Get back to your best with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. With their team of highly trained sports medicine orthopedic surgeons and athletic trainers, maybe those glory days won't seem so far away. Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine in Altoona and Chippewa Falls. Visit cvosm.com/WOGO for more information.
Welcome back to the Culver's Kickoff Show, presented by Culver's of Lake Hallie. What a beautiful October night for football. The Old Abes of Eau Claire Memorial against your Chippewa Falls Mighty Cardinals in a Big Rivers Conference game. Head coach Rob Scott, first year at the helm of the Old Abes, joins us. And, Coach, if there's ever a time this season where your team could be riding a wave of momentum, it'd have to be after getting that first win and getting it in thrilling come-from-behind fashion, scoring all your points in the fourth quarter against Superior.
Yeah, it was a great night for our program, and our kids are riding high off of that, and it was great to see them get paid for all their work.
Coach, what has led the way for your team so far? I know the wins and losses haven't been quite what you would like, but it seems like you're seeing a lot of impact players, particularly on the defensive side.
Yeah, our kids are hanging in there, and they've embraced change, and it hasn't been easy for them. And we just have been really relying on our leadership, and they've been doing a great job.
Obviously, you had a good running game last week against Superior. Mixing and matching a little bit at quarterback, but are you pretty set at that position now, do you believe?
Yeah, we're very set there, but we do want to have, you alluded to our balance, and we do want to be a balanced football team.
And Coach, when you look at Chippewa Falls, obviously they have a couple games they'd like to have back, but it seems like a team that's loaded with upperclassmen who've been playing for a while, and particularly on the defensive end, they're formidable.
Chippewa Falls they are the real deal. You see that on film. The film jumps out at you, and they're a couple plays here or there from being at the top of this conference, and they're going to fight and claw and try and get back in it. And we have a big task in front of us. It's a very well-established program that's coached very well that we're excited to be able to play, and we'll line up and see what happens.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck tonight and the rest of the way to the Old Apes.
Thank you very much.
That's head coach Rob Scott here on the Culver's Kickoff Show, presented by Culver's of Lake Hallie. Back with Coach Rekovich with the Cards after this.
Rural Credit Union's roots run deep in the Chippewa Valley. We've been helping families thrive here since 1964. Thank you for helping us make over 57 years of positive impact. Along the way, students have learned about saving with Royal. Families have moved into their first home with Royal. And businesses have turned dreams into success stories with Royal. Our strong roots make it easy for you to grow. Join us at any Royal Credit Union office or at rcu.org/roots. Insured by NCUA.
Hi, this is Dave Check, attorney and owner of the Check Law Office. I've been a part of the Chippewa Falls community for most of my life. It's where I grew up and where I started my practice. My motto at the Check Law Office has always been to provide people with the same legal service that I would expect if my own family needed an attorney. You meet with me directly and you are treated like part of the team. My goal has always been to get problems solved as efficiently and inexpensively as possible. I have proudly fought for Chippewa Falls on the field, as a coach, and as an attorney. Don't hesitate to add the Check Law Office to your team.
Hi, Alex here from Schleppenbach Janitorial. These days, disinfection, sanitization, and overall cleanliness are on the forefront of everybody's minds. At Schleppenbach Janitorial, we've been practicing these elements for nearly 30 years. The health and safety of our customers, staff, and families at home have always been priority number one. Using our advanced, science-based methods and state-of-the-art equipment, we can bring your business to a whole new level of healthiness in the workplace. Just remember, keep calm, wash your hands, and rely on Schleppenbach Janitorial. Call us today at 723-6601.
What are patients saying about Wynn Family Dentistry in Chippewa Falls?
A wonderful, clean office with super friendly staff. I love the feeling of having my teeth cleaned.
I'm nervous with dentistry, and they make me feel comfortable and at ease.
Dr. Wynn and his staff make going to the dentist enjoyable.
Our whole family goes to Wynn Family Dentistry. We wouldn't go anywhere else.
See the Wynn Family Dentistry difference with Dr. Daniel Wynn and Dr. Annie Gunderson. Wynn Family Dentistry near St. Joseph's Hospital in Chippewa Falls.
Hi, Chippewa fans. My name is Sissy Knops. I'm a realtor with Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors. Here's a pop quiz. Do you know the current value of your home? I help clients in the Chippewa Valley answer this question in order to get their home sold for top dollar. I can also help you write a winning offer on a home in today's competitive market. So if you're looking to buy or sell your home, cabin, or piece of land, contact me, Sissy Knops of Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors, 715-828-0903.
A championship team pursues excellence every day, from practice to the playing field. And if you pursue excellence in your career, Berry Global in Chippewa Falls is looking for you. Berry Global, a plastics manufacturer, is hiring for night shift production operators. Entry-level positions start at $65,000 per year. Work a 2-2-3 schedule and earn $65,000 a year with medical, dental, and vision coverage. Search for the Chippewa Falls location at berryglobal.com/careers. That's berryglobal.com/careers.
Building stronger kids, stronger families, and stronger communities. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley has 2 full-service locations, the Eau Claire YMCA and the Chippewa Falls YMCA, both open 7 days a week. Membership rates are among the lowest in the area, and you'll enjoy the gym, indoor pool, weight room, cardio room, indoor track, personal training, yoga, and group fitness classes, just to name a few. Get fit and stay fit with the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley.
We welcome you back to the Culver's Kickoff Show presented by Culver's of Lake Hallie. Final regular season home game for your Chippewa Falls Cardinals at beautiful Dorais Field. What a night for football here on the 1st of October. Here with head coach Chuck Rakovich of the Cards. And Coach, one game at a time. I'm sure it was a disappointment for the boys last week to say the conference title hopes are a little further away with that loss against Rice Lake, and yet you have to be able to shake that one off and move on to the next order of business, which is making sure you get those 4 wins in conference play.
Well, you're exactly right. Athletics, being an athlete, you got to have a short memory. I don't care what position you play or what team you're on, you got to have a short memory. When things happen bad, you learn from it, but you move on. You can't dwell in the past, and I don't think we've done that. I think the kids are looking forward to tonight, and they're excited about it.
Coach, the defense has really been leading the way, and again, just exemplary performance last week against Rice Lake. For your offense, what's the challenge to them? As you know, you've got players who can make plays. What's the challenge to actually see those come out on the field?
Well, I think I've said it before that I'm waiting for everything to click. It seems like we're just, a little bit off here, a little bit off there, nothing major, but we're so darn close to, really lighting up the scoreboard, and it's got to happen sooner or later.
And finally, Coach, Eau Claire Memorial, obviously, if there's any point in this season that's been a rough one for them that they'd be riding high, it's getting that first win. So how do you try and make sure that momentum doesn't swing their way early?
Well, we got to come out and play sharp right away and not wait around. A team like that, the longer you let them hang around, the more confidence they get, and harder it is at the end of the game to seal it.
Coach, we're looking forward to it tonight, and again, Staff Appreciation Night, a great time to again see some of the other adults who've poured so much into these young men this year, and we're looking forward to a great game tonight. We'll talk to you afterward.
Okay, sounds good. Good luck to you, too.
That's head coach Chuck Rakovich here on the Culver's Kickoff Show, presented by Culver's of Lake Hallie. Back with more after this.
Hi, my name is Jamie Lebat. I'm the Chief Credit and Lending Officer for Northwestern Bank. What I enjoy most about being a Northwestern Bank business banker is knowing what Northwestern Bank does and what I do makes a difference in the community. Whether it's working with a client or working with a nonprofit organization to serve the community needs, it's all for me very rewarding. To me, that's what makes the bank special.
Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter. Member FDIC.
What if you could work in a place you already love? Culver's of Lake Hallie is hiring now for both full and part-time positions with wages up to $15 an hour for full-time and $11.50 an hour for students. And because they know you're busy, Culver's builds a flexible work schedule around your life. Have fun and grow as a team member at Culver's of Lake Hallie. Meal discounts on your Culver's favorites, free uniforms, vacation, and 401k. Apply today at culvers.com/careers or in person at Culver's of Lake Hallie.
It's fall furnace check and clean time. Preventative maintenance on your heating system is worth it. And whether it's boilers, furnaces, or heat pumps, Wirzgala Heating and Plumbing services most makes and models. Wirzgala Heating and Plumbing has provided quality, dependable service to the Chippewa Valley and surrounding areas for over a half-century. Wirzgala will make sure your heating system is ready for the cold ahead. Call or visit Wirzgala.com.
We serve to serve again, Wirzgala Company.
Online education is nothing new at Lakeland University. We've been leading the way for over 25 years. We call this learning opportunity Blend Ed, on-site or online. You'll call it the most flexible and convenient way to earn a degree your way. Trust the leader in online learning. Attend classes in real time, virtually from anywhere. Blend Ed at Lakeland University. You're only an internet connection away. To learn more, visit lakeland.edu/getstarted.
As we conclude the Culver's Kickoff Show presented by Culver's of Lake Hallie, we welcome you here on WOGO Hallie, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls to the final Friday Night Lights here at Dorais in the regular season. Caleb Swenson, Dave Check, Alan Dunham roaming the sidelines, and it's time for the Toyson Ford keys to the game. You'll find a friend at Toyson Ford in Chippewa Falls. Dave Check, obviously, in terms of playoff considerations, you have to win 2 of the next 3 to guarantee your spot in the dance, and this is one that on paper, Chi-High really needs to get.
All right, well, first I'll give you the keys to the game, and then I'll talk to you a little bit more about the playoffs if we have time. If not, I can give you my entire spiel on that during halftime. But the keys to the game, I think, are pretty easy. You got Chi-High, that's definitely a top-tier team in a tough conference, got a lot of tough teams. Memorial struggling kind of on the bottom. Chi-High is clearly the better team, but they can be beat. Now, if they're not working on one cylinder, if the line isn't doing so good, they ain't tackling so well, they can probably still pull it out. But the key to this game is just going to be ball control. They cannot win this game if they lose the turnover battle by 1, 2, 3. They're just taking a chance right there that Memorial could get lucky. Memorial has a great passing team, or they pass it a ton. You get a couple of lucky passes, and all of a sudden, if they're in it in the half, they're scrapping, and they decide that they got a game that they can win. So you've got to get them and not give that ball up.
Those are your Toyson Ford keys to the game, brought to you by the dealer where you'll find a friend, Toyson Ford in Chippewa Falls. This concludes the Culver's Kickoff Show presented by Culver's of Lake Hallie. We're actually right on the nose of game time, so we'll come back in just a minute. WOGO, Hallie, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. Thank you so much for joining us throughout the season. Looking forward to another great one here tonight between Eau Claire Memorial and Chippewa Falls. It's the Old Abes and the Cards next on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV.
Walk in for an interview, walk out with a job. The Fleet Farm Distribution Center in Chippewa Falls is hosting walk-in interviews every Monday through Friday from 10 to 3 with job offers right on the spot. Work full-time or find a flexible part-time position. You'll also love the benefits, including competitive pay, matching 401k, and a 20% discount at all Fleet Farm stores. Walk into the Chippewa Falls, D.C. weekdays from 10 to 3 or apply now at careers.fleetfarm.com.
Hi, Chippewa fans. My name is Sissy Knops. I'm a realtor with Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors. Here's a pop quiz. Do you know the current value of your home? I help clients in the Chippewa Valley answer this question in order to get their home sold for top dollar. I can also help you write a winning offer on a home in today's competitive market. So if you're looking to buy or sell your home, cabin, or piece of land, contact me, Sissy Knops of Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors, 715-828-0903.
Just like their concrete, at Stelter Inc., their business has stood the test of time for 3 generations. Stelter strives to bring you the absolute highest quality and longest-lasting concrete, including aggregates they mine and process themselves. And when you need materials delivered or hauled away, Stelter can deliver with our fleet of dump trucks. With over half a century of service, Stelter Inc. will help turn your dreams into reality. Start now at StelterIncorporated.com. What are patients saying about Wynn Family Dentistry in Chippewa Falls?
A wonderful, clean office with super friendly staff. I love the feeling of having my teeth cleaned.
I'm nervous with dentistry, and they make me feel comfortable and at ease.
Dr. Wynn and his staff make going to the dentist enjoyable.
Our whole family goes to Wynn Family Dentistry. We wouldn't go anywhere else.
See the Wynn Family Dentistry difference with Dr. Daniel Wynn and Dr. Annie Gunderson. Wynn Family Dentistry near St. Joseph's Hospital in Chippewa Falls.
When it comes to indoor comfort, Kurth Heating and Cooling, your local Carrier factory authorized dealer, has a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable. With smart temperature management and remote access options, it's easier than ever to control your home's climate. And Carrier energy-efficient systems can help reduce utility bills without sacrificing comfort. For peace of mind and complete comfort, turn to the experts, Kurth Heating and Cooling.
Hi, I'm Holly Bovey from Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors. My husband...
Mason Companies, a family-owned, community-focused e-commerce retailer, has been operating in Wisconsin for over 117 years. So don't wait. Join our team today. We're hiring for our distribution center and customer care center. Full and part-time positions available. Score a great new career with Mason Companies. Apply now at MasonCompaniesInc.com/careers. That's MasonCompaniesInc.com/careers.
Number 12,
Game time in Chippewa Falls. Welcome to WOGO Sports broadcast of Chi-High and Memorial. The Cards will defer to the Old Abes. So Subi Mason, the junior, has it on the tee at the 40-yard line, and we are just about to get underway. Mason sets the line, right hand in the air, the run up and the boot, and great to have you with us on a beautiful Friday night in Chippewa Falls. The kick fielded at the 7-yard line, straight ahead, 20, and bottled up there and knocked back by the Chippewa Falls special teamers, and that's where Memorial will start 1st and 10. They are clad in their white uniforms, tops and bottoms, with the matte purple helmets and purple numerals with the gray accents, Chi-High resplendent in their crimson uniforms with the jet black pants, the red stripes, and the matte black helmets as well. Caleb Swenson to my right, Dave Check, Alan Dunham down on the sidelines. Looking forward to this one here tonight.
I just want to say Evan Esslinger with a great job on the tackle there.
1st and 10 for Memorial. They'll give it right up the middle. Not a lot of running room there. That is number 10, their workhorse running back, Reese Werner, 5'8", 195-pound senior.
Give him maybe 4 yards long field, and that was because of Subi Mason's great kick down to the 7-yard line, slightly into the wind. Been kicking great this year.
Werner had 167 yards against Superior last week. He gets the call again, and this time Werner bouncing it outside the numbers to the 30-yard line and out of bounds into his own sideline for a 1st down. Reese Werner. Offenses for both of these two teams, Chi-High slightly more impressive, but both probably not up to snuff for what their coaches are looking for. Cards averaging just over 18 points per game, and Eau Claire Memorial 12.5 per game. But the Memorial defenses struggled a bit, 31.3 points per game given up. Chi-High giving up just over 10 points per contest. Back to pass for the first time tonight, rolling out to the right side, a screen to Brady Johnson, and that is going nowhere as Johnson, the 6', 190-pound senior, is bottled up by Goodman. That's the first pass on the night for...
That's what you usually see is a bubble screen out there where you have 2 receivers possibly blocking 2 defenders, and in that case it was 1 receiver and 3 defenders. 0 blocking on that play as it gets lucky to have 0 yards.
Ryan Thompson is the junior quarterback. He's under heavy pressure. He's rolling out to his right, pumps, and now will throw it safely into the sideline, and he got hit late.
And that was, can't see who that's on. Is that 22?
Might be Drake Bovey. You got him just a little bit late with the push.
Just a little late, pushed him out of bounds. But, I mean, he's quarterback. He's throwing it away. You can't do that. That's going to give him a free one there. And, you know, Chi-High's going to have the pressure on him all night long. He's not going to get any easy looks. This is something that I didn't mention. This is the key to the game, that you can't give him too many of those on 2nd, 3rd down.
So Memorial will get 15 freebies after Chi-High had them in what would have been a very favorable down and distance. So the senior quarterback is number 16, or junior quarterback is Ryan Thompson, 6'2", 280-pounder. They did have a number of different signal callers so far this year, but Thompson has won the job. He has thrown 12 interceptions on the season as we have early movement on this play. Thompson completing about 51% of his throws. He's thrown 5 touchdown passes, about 130 yards per game average through the air, but again has thrown 12 picks as a whole. The team has thrown 15 interceptions. Memorial likes to put it in the air.
Yeah, he's leading the conference in yardage, but he's far down in terms of quarterback rating with all the interceptions and the incompletions. But the Rice Lake quarterback and the Menominee quarterback are looking pretty good.
Thompson with the flip out to the right side. That's Warner. Warner, as he hits the 50-yard line, is hit by a couple Chi-High defenders. And I believe that was LeMay who was the first to the ball.
Another 5 yards there. I don't think Chi-High really expects them to run this much, or to at least to be able to run on our defense consistently. So far they are. 3 runs for 4, 8, and 5 yards. Chi-High does have to tighten that up a little bit and make them pass.
Warner ran the ball almost 30 times, 29 totes for 167 yards against Superior, almost 6 yards per carry. It's a 2nd and 5 now for Thompson. He's going to rainbow deep down the left sideline, overshoots everybody inside the 20-yard line. Good coverage on the play from the Cards.
And you mentioned what he did to Superior, but keep in mind, this is a defense that can hold a team like New Richmond to the rushing yardage that they did. They certainly should be able to bottle up Eau Claire Memorial.
Left and right ball in the near hash. Thompson's going to give it to Warner. Warner is hit at the 47-yard line. He'll fall forward to the 45. They'll give him the 46. That's a good 3 yards shy of the stick.
But that tells me the coach is going to go for it. On 3rd and 5, ran the ball into the teeth of Chi-High defense. There was no question that they were going to treat this as 4 down. So just outside of the 46-yard line of Chi-High, they're going to go for it on 4th and 3.
Going tempo here, immediately back to the line. 4th and a long 2 for Eau Claire Memorial. Just over 9.5 minutes to play. Now they pause and look back to the sideline. And Coach Rob Scott, and a timeout will be taken by Memorial. We are back in 60 seconds here on WOGO Sports.
Hi, I'm Holly Bovey from Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors. My husband and I are lifelong residents of Chippewa Falls, and with 3 high school boys, we know how important athletics and activities are. I also know how important it is for you to choose the right real estate professional. Interest rates are incredibly low and houses are selling quickly. I've been helping people buy and sell houses in Chippewa Falls for over 20 years. If you are ready to make a move, call or text me at 715-577-HOME. You can also find me on Facebook or at hollybovey.com.
Rural Credit Union's roots run deep in the Chippewa Valley. We've been helping families thrive here since 1964. Thank you for helping us make over 57 years of positive impact. Along the way, students have learned about saving with Royal. Families have moved into their first home with Royal. And businesses have turned dreams into success stories with Royal. Our strong roots make it easy for you to grow. Join us at any Royal Credit Union office or at rcu.org/roots. Insured by NCUA.
Eau Claire Memorial on 4th and 2. The pitch out to Werner. Werner trying to turn the corner, and he is bottled up and hit and driven back right at the line of scrimmage. And the Chi-High defense turns Memorial over for the first time tonight on downs as Werner had nowhere to go, and he was skittering around like a mouse trying to avoid a broom. And the Cards sweep him away, and it's 1st and 10 Chi-High near midfield.
Yeah, that's a very good simile. That is exactly what it looked like. But I will tell you that I am curious as to what made them think that they could run the ball to the outside on Chi-High's defense.
The short side
on
of the
a
field.
3-yard, short side of the field, 3-yard. You know, air it out. That's what they do.
Chi-High starts out 4 wide. Now they'll bring everyone in double tight. 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Warwick, the senior signal caller. They'll start out with a crisscross and spinning across the 50-yard line and taken down almost by the collar there was Carson Bovey. And Bovey, who's the leading ground gainer with 277 yards on the season, a 4.2 average, picks up about 6 for Chi-High.
If you notice right there, that was the double wing, traditional double wing, where the quarterback is under the center and not in the shotgun.
It is a little bit different. I don't think we've even seen him under center very often, even on short yardage situations.
Gain of 7 officially. They'll run the crisscross to the other side. Flag on the play. Badette turns it up north-south. The ball comes loose. It's loose on the turf at the 45-yard line, and Memorial picks it up. And depending on who this flag goes against.
That's a double whammy, because not only do you got one that they would have called back, but now they don't have it. They can take the play and a turnover if that's what it is.
So the flag's at the 46, but holding against Chi-High.
It's going to be declined.
Memorial will decline this, and so the ball goes right back to the old Abes, and that's not what you want to do if you were the Chi-High defense. A combined 12 times last week between Memorial and Superior, the ball hit the turf. Now, not every single one of those was recovered by the opposition, but 8 combined turnovers on the ground and through the air between Memorial and Superior last week.
You know, Chi-High was clicking on offense. Not a surprise. They come out with 2 straight crisscross plays, the staple for Chi-High when they're on 3rd or 4th and 2 yards to go. They just come right out with it at 1st down. It's almost like passing. So just come with your trick play right away.
1st and 10 for Thompson from the gun. He's going to give to Warner. Warner straight up the middle, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a gain of 1, maybe a yard and a half. And again, Warner is racking up the carries, and they're going to test the interior of this Chi-High defense that held up very well against Rice Lake last week.
Yeah, and that's more like the result that I think you're going to get here is the 2-yard gains. I just don't see them consistently running, and I think that's what they want to do is try to establish a ground game.
Back to pass is Thompson. He's going to go deep down the right sideline. Dunham, closest player to the ball, Judah Dunham, trying to track it down for an over-the-shoulder catch, but it went right over his shoulder and out of bounds, as that one I think was uncatchable inbounds, Allen, but he was the closest at to the ball for sure.
That wide receiver, number 6 for Memorial, 6'4". He's a main target for them.
Reagan Hubb.
Yeah, and Dunham was about 2 or 3 steps in front of him. He was well bracketed. Not a good ball to throw, except that he probably considers his 6'6" guy is just going to go up and get it anyway.
3rd and 8 from the 47. Warner gets the call again. He's going to split it off left tackle, and my goodness, 3 Cardinals just rope him down and pancake him at the 48-yard line. As we are 4 minutes into the game, still no score, no 4th and long for Memorial.
Give him maybe a yard on that play. You know, he actually had a pretty good quick cut there just to get to the outside. Pretty impressive cut, but just too many Chi-High Cardinals there. And again, that's what you're going to expect. This is the staple of this team, is this defense, and particularly their run defense. Now, what you see out of their pass defense is equally impressive in terms of the athletic plays that you're going to get out of Goodman. You're going to get your share of interceptions, your sticks that are causing fumbles. They have given up some big plays back there, but they have been stout against the run.
Punting time for Memorial right here. See if Chi-Hi comes after it. And we have whistles before the start of this play. Brewer was in punt formation in a delay of game. Brewer's kind of their do-everything player on special teams and one of their leading tacklers as well for Eau Claire Memorial. Give us time to let you know that Berry Global in Chippewa Falls is looking for night shift production operators with entry-level positions starting at $65,000 a year. Search for the Chippewa Falls location at berryglobal.com/careers, berryglobal.com/careers. Chi-Hi coming after this one, and they get close. Brewer knocks it sky high. It's coming short and takes a nice Memorial hop, and Goodman's going to have to stay away from that, and it will roll out of bounds at the 21-yard line. So
37.
As Allen predicted, went for the punt block. It just didn't quite get home.
Yep, so it winds up being a 37-yard punt with about 17 of that in the roll there.
Dave Brewer is the second leading tackler on this team.
You know, and as you see, just exactly what I said, you know, Chi-Hi can make up for a couple of turnovers. They lost some field position there on that turnover and everything, but they can still get it back. They just have to put together some consistent drives and not put it on the turf, you know,
Braden
more than
Warwick
2 or 3.
Under center, give off left side. Stopping, starting, turning is Bovey, and Bovey outside the 20-yard, or outside the numbers at the 20-yard line, will go straight ahead up to the 27. He really did what he could there to turn it north-south and get 5.
You know, he has a way of making 5 yards look like it's not much. The way he was struggling, kind of bouncing back and forth, you think he's kind of bottled up, and then all of a sudden you look at the sticks, and it's only 2nd and 5.
Chi-Hi again from the double wing, double tight, 2 wing backs, so fullback and under center, Braden Warwick, 2nd and 5 from the 27. Flip right side, finding a little bit of running room, following as a blocker with a hand on their back for close to a first down is Bovey again.
Was that Bovey or that looked like number?
Baudette? That was Colin Baudette.
That's Baudette.
Following big number 64, Petska through the hole.
33, so a 6-yard gain to get that first down as Chi-Hi sits on the 33-yard line right now.
After Petska got a little banged up earlier in the season, good to see again. Big number 64 back out there. He recently accepted a scholarship offer to Augustana in Sioux Falls.
Nice.
Congratulations to Bryant. 1st and 10 from the 33. Give to the fullback, straight up the middle, pushing across the 35-yard line, and still moving across the 40 and up to the 45. How about that carry?
Was that
Owen
Christa?
Owen Christa.
For a 12-yard gain for Christa. And you mentioned Petska, and the impressive thing about Petska is, you know, he's going to Augustana, a great football school right now. I think they're going to be D1 actually in a couple of years, if not already. But he's there because he's got a 4.0 grade point average as well and is one of our valedictorians. Just an impressive kid both ways.
1st and 10 from their own 45 for Chi-Hi. Double wing, double tight. We'll go with the crisscross again, and that's Bovey. Bovey trying to split it outside the numbers, and he is pursued and taken down by number 44. That is Jack Connor, the 5'11", 185-pound junior.
Bovey with 2 yards. You know, I tell you, I like what Chi-Hi is doing for one reason. You know, I don't like the tight double wing offense in particular. I like it when people air it out, do a little mixed up things. But I like it because this is their staple. This is what these kids have learned since they were almost just into middle school football. Just get back to basics and put this one in the end zone.
2nd and 8 from the 47 for Chi-Hi. Again to give to Christa, and Christa across midfield, stumbles forward down to the 48, and that's a quick gain of 5 for Owen Christa. Slowly and surely, Chi-Hi is moving the ball against this Old Abe's defense. But Dave Check, that's a great observation. They went back to basics. The 3 running backs who have the most carries over the last 5 years are the 3 boys that are back there right now.
Yep, they definitely recognize this offense and exactly what they need to do. It's like second nature at this point.
Warwick under center with Baudette in motion. Baudette gets the call. He's going to split it out with a block. Now turn north-south, and Baudette puts the shoulders down and gets the first down across the 40 and down to the 39. A gain of 9 for Colin Baudette. And Chi-Hi continues the drive. Now 4:13 and counting to go here in the first quarter, and they are solidly into Memorial territory.
You know, Badette got to the outside on that play and had to pick at which point he would turn it up, and I think he looked and realized he had an entire field. He could have put it in just about any area out there. The outside was wide open.
First and 10 from the 39, give to Krista. Krista bashing across the 35-yard line. He's continuing to push. Oh my goodness, Owen Krista still going inside the 25 to the 20 and down to the 18, a rip-off of 21 for the senior Owen Krista.
What I noticed there is a lot of the Memorial defenders were stripping for a turnover and not putting their arms around Krista. And if you don't get a full body on this guy, he's going to run you over.
Yeah, Alan, what you just saw right there, watching these kids coming up through the ranks, must have looked awfully familiar to you.
Very much so. I'm getting a little misty-eyed here watching these guys in their last home game.
Ball on the far hash. Flip left side, that's Bovey. Bovey following his blocking. Nice cutback, 10, 5 to the end zone, touchdown! Chippewa Falls, Carson Bovey.
Nice little cutback there. And again, Chi High's going to, pick and choose who they're going to give the ball to here, and anybody should be able to move the ball against this defense. All they got to do is hang on to it. One of the things, we talk about is spreading it around pretty equally. So far, the three running backs that are out there right now, Krista, Badette, and Bovey, pretty even distribution of the ball right there, and pounding it with a fullback, I love.
Subi Mason for the PAT, booms it through the uprights, and it's Chi High 7, Memorial 0. We are back in 60 seconds. This is Chi High football on WOGO Sports.
Building stronger kids, stronger families, and stronger communities. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley has two full-service locations, the Eau Claire YMCA and the Chippewa Falls YMCA. Both open 7 days a week. Membership rates are among the lowest in the area, and you'll enjoy the gym, indoor pool, weight room, cardio room, indoor track, personal training, yoga, and group fitness classes, just to name a few. Get fit and stay fit with the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley.
Where are we at with the Collins deal? I haven't seen any paperwork yet.
Dad, can we play tag?
Now, I want this closed by the end of the day and on my desk by 8 sharp. No excuses.
Dad?
Is this the way you feel when you go to the pharmacy? Like you're just not important enough for them to take the time? Come get on a first-name basis with your locally owned Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Chippewa Falls and Menominee. It's neighbors serving neighbors, and there's always time for questions. The Medicine Shop in Chippewa Falls and Menominee.
Welcome back to Chi High football, WOGO Radio and Cardinal TV. Final home game of the regular season for your Chippewa Falls Cardinals. And thanks to an 18-yard touchdown run by Carson Bovey, they lead 7-0 with 3:19 to play in the first quarter. Left-footed drive of the leg and picked up at the 15-yard line after the kick from Subi Mason. 20-25, 30 down the sidelines and upended at the 40. That's a nice return for number 21 for the Old Abes. That's Thade Brewer, the 6'2 senior. And again, he's their punter, and he's their second leading tackler and returns kicks as well. Athletic kid.
So that's an 8-play drive for the Cardinals. I think it was about 78 yards. That's the kind of drive that after a while, all runs, no passes, is just going to wear down this defense and to make those running lanes even easier. But boy, Krista made that one play look as easy as it could be, just running through people.
First and 10 from their own 41 for Memorial. Thompson back to pass. He's a throw out to the flat, and Warner just drops it at the 39-yard line. Second and 10 coming up. Has that small chip in your windshield turned into a big crack when you turned on your defrost? Call White City Glass today, serving all of western Wisconsin. White City Glass. Second and 10, Memorial from the near hash. Twin receivers left, single receiver right. That's the big fella. And Thompson takes a waist-high snap, back to pass, heavy pressure, throws it over the middle, almost picked off. Oh my goodness, that went right through the arms of Jackson Google, who almost had, I believe, what would have been his first varsity pick.
May have been his first varsity pick, but definitely not his first pick of the year. He's been getting a number of them on JV.
I want to give a shout out to Jackson Google, as you mentioned, his first varsity start tonight. And number 6, they ran a shallow post, and you do not want to run a post against Dawson Goodman.
Reagan Hub, again, he's the 6'4 junior, big target. Third and 10 for Thompson, delayed give to Warner, and Warner just pancaked at the line of scrimmage. He went nowhere.
Nathan Drevis with a great tackle right there.
2 incomplete passes and a rush for 0 yards, perhaps a loss of a half, and Not a good offensive series for Memorial, who's going to punt it. Again, Chi-High is going to have a relatively long field, but all that is going to do is allow them to chew up more ground from what it looks like.
See if they come after this one like they did last time or play for the return with Gavin Goodman standing at his own 27-yard line, and Brewer will be standing at his 27. A low snap, heavy pressure. Brewer gets off a sky-high boot, waving for the fair catch. Is Goodman right around the 27, maybe 28-yard line, and that's where the Cards will start 1st and 10, leading 7-0. Caleb Swenson and Dave Chack in the booth. Alan Dunham on the sidelines. Thank you for joining us here on WOGO Sports, or watch and listen to tonight's game via CFHS Media on YouTube. That's Cardinal TV. Thank you to Scott Sickink and Chris Perry and the entire crew. It's looking better than ever. If you'd like to watch and listen to tonight's game, WOGO proud to partner our audio with Cardinal TV throughout the season. Cards 4-2 on the year. Memorial 1-5. Chi-High with the ball on the far hash. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line officially. Again, under center, double wing, double tight. Off the left side, that is Judah Dunham. Dunham across the 30-yard line, skips between a couple defenders and spilled out of bounds at the 38. That is very close to a Chi-High first down. Give him the 39. That's a gain of 11. Well, now the official on the far side is changing his spot.
Stepped it back to 10, but yeah, on the far side he had that at 11. Done his first carry, so he's averaging 10 yards a carry right now. Well, now they stepped it all the way back to 9.
Taking 2 yards away from Judah. All right, 2nd and 1. Wonder if the fullback gets the ball here. Under center, double wing, early movement, and Memorial moved first, it seemed, but were they induced offside?
Well, Chi just went in motion. They're allowed to do that, and then Memorial jumped, and I think they called it because they made contact, even though he did get back.
I think that was Sterling Franz way.
And that's going to give them the first down.
71, 5-yard penalty. Results, first down.
Now, you mentioned Jackson Google on defense almost getting that interception, and really just a blue-collar way of getting to the position he's in. You mentioned this is his first start tonight, but, you know, he came up through the ranks just dominating on JV, and then we saw him in the last home game, at least the last home game that I was here. Really played well, was sticking some kids, and, you know, here he is starting tonight. So earned it the old-fashioned way.
Braden Warwick under center. He will give to Krista. Krista stops and starts, bounces off a tackler across the 45 and up to the 47 for a quick gain of 4. And when we talk about the three-headed monster that this Chi-High running by committee can be, in some of the most successful seasons in recent memory, it's where that fullback had so much power running between the hashes that the defenses never really knew what was going to hit them. You had thunder and then lightning from both sides.
Yeah, and I think regardless, I'll let you do the play here.
Warwick back to pass for the first time tonight.
Oh, he's wide open.
He's stepping up, looking way down the field and reaching up.
It's picked off.
Picked off.
That was a great pick, actually, but he was, I think that was at Bovey. Bovey got wide open and actually had to slow up, but the thing about it is Bovey slowed up before he even saw the ball thrown. So even if that would have been aired out, it would have just been aired out over his head. Now, you know, and part of that is because this team comes out, you know, doing a lot of running, and they don't necessarily practice a whole bunch of those 40-yard bombs, but that was one we had a chance of making a big one, and it winds up being a big play for Memorial, our second turnover.
It's just a little more air under that needed for Braden Warwick, and so the team's trading turnovers here by one way or another. A fumble and a pick for Chi-High, a turnover on downs for the Old Abes. It's 7-0 Chi-High. That's what matters on the scoreboard as Ryan Thompson gives to Warner, who stops and starts in the backfield, and then he's just grabbed by the shoulder pads and pulled down shy of the 25. We're at 44 seconds and counting to go in the first quarter with the Cards leading 7-0.
Well, like I said, you get in that danger range if they start getting a turnover margin of +3 on Chi-High, and you give up 3 chances. Right now, they're +2. And, you know, Chi-High is still up 7 points, but Memorial has not done anything on offense.
Memorial scored all 12 of their points against Superior in the fourth quarter in a comeback win. Thompson throws it out left side. That looks like Brady Johnson. Is that number 5 with the catch? Or excuse me, number 9, Gavin Gerber. And Gerber's a junior, 6 foot, 165-pound receiver.
Give him maybe 4 yards on that play. It still brings up about a 3rd and 4 right now. This is probably something where, you know, if they get close, coach might think about going for it just because it's going to be hard to stop Chi-High's offense consistently.
3rd and 4 from the 29. Hub in motion left to right.
Not going to do it here.
Goodness gracious.
Loss of 3.
just slamming Warner back at the 26-yard line. And this defense has been ferocious, and that's how the first quarter will end. Chi-High leads at 7-0 in the regular season home finale. We are back in 60 seconds on WOGO Sports.
When I went to my pediatric dentist, I had so much fun.
I love that the team at Smiles in Motion is professional and child-friendly. My kids love visiting the doctor.
Hi, I'm Dr. Spitz. At our pediatric dental office, we realize the importance of having a team who loves children. Our doctors are pediatric dentists with 2 years of specialized training beyond dental school. We are excited to see children, beginning at age 1.
Accepting new patients. Call Smiles in Motion. Pediatric Dentistry today. Locations in Chippewa Falls, Eau Claire, Menominee, Rice Lake, and Hudson.
Hi, Alex here from Schleppenbach Janitorial. These days, disinfection, sanitization, and overall cleanliness are on the forefront of everybody's minds. At Schleppenbach Janitorial, we've been practicing these elements for nearly 30 years. The health and safety of our customers, staff, and families at home have always been priority number one. Using our advanced, science-based methods and state-of-the-art equipment, we can bring your business to a whole new level of healthiness in the workplace. Just remember, keep calm, wash your hands, and rely on Schleppenbach Janitorial. Call us today at 723-6601.
Youth football night here in Chippewa Falls, and great to see all the young men and ladies walking by to thunderous applause from a full student section and quite full fans section in general here on the Chippewa Falls side. Also staff appreciation night, a wonderful moment before the game with each senior picking a Chi-High staff member, a teacher that's been impactful during their career. Punting time, and again, Chi-High goes after it, but Brewer gets off another sky-high boot, and Goodman's going to backpedal to the 41 and call a fair catch there, but still great starting field position for the Chi-High offense as they lead 7-0 with 7 seconds gone by in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's interesting watching these youth football team as they were kind of standing around, milling around in their team formats here over before the game. As they get close to a member of the other team, they'd start jostling and jiving with the other team, giving them a hard time, arm wrestling. You know, and these are kids that some of them know each other, but they're playing for different schools. They're battling on Saturdays in the youth football, but they're all going to become Chi-High. They're all coming together here in a couple of years.
Looking forward again to that next wave. Chi again starts out spread, goes into the double wing. Under center's Braden Warwick. 1st and 10 from his own 44-yard line. A flip off the right side, that is Baudet, and Baudet spinning his way across the 50 down to the 48. That's a quick gain of 8 on first down for Colin Baudet. Don't let a lingering sports injury keep you from being your best. At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their team of highly trained sports medicine orthopedic surgeons and athletic trainers will get you back in the game. Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine in Altoona and Chippewa Falls. Visit cvosm.com/WOGO. That's cvosm.com/WOGO for Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. 2nd and 2 near hash. Warwick back to pass. He's rolling out left, looking like he might tuck it and keep it. He will. He'll stretch toward the pylon. He's pulled out of bounds into the Memorial sideline. I think he has enough for the first down.
That was the first time in the game they went with their 21 package. 2 wide receivers left, 1 on the right with a tight end, and then Carson Bovey as the tailback.
And that is just enough for the first down. Hey, out of curiosity, at your last game when you were missing me here, did you still have the advertisements for Chippewa Valley Orthopedic while Dr. Berg was busy cutting into my knee?
We did, yeah, and excellent. I thought about giving him an extra shout-out.
Yeah. I could have called in and said, hey, great job. I'm almost back to walking around that night.
Chi-High now looks like they will spread it out just a bit for the first time here tonight. Single receivers left and right. A delayed give right up the middle. That is Baudet, and Baudet across the 45 for a first down, and they will give him the 42-yard line.
I was glad to see they haven't given up on this formation. They went the whole first quarter with a traditional double wing, and now going to the spread formation to start the second quarter.
Gunnar Herrings, the senior, trots into the huddle.
Was that actually, I think that was Carson Bovey that got up off that pile. Is that what you saw down there, Alan?
I'm sorry, yes, Carson Bovey with the carry.
Okay. So 4 yards for Carson Bovey, 2nd and 6, a little over 6.
From the 42 of Memorial, Chi-High leading 7-0. Keeping it himself is Warwick, and Warwick has a crease. He'll turn it outside the numbers, 30-yard line, 25, and skips out of bounds after another Chi-High first down.
Yeah, and that's that I would say, speed for Warwick, not so much as much the quickness with his height. It's the speed. Once he turns that full speed on the sideline, he's pretty impressive as he takes that ball, looks like all the way down to the 25.
Gain of 17.
I think this helps him overall to get involved in the game with his legs. I think it helps him mentally and then with a throw game also.
Chi High will go twin receivers right and a receiver in motion left to right. Warwick back to pass. Heavy pressure goes deep down the right sideline, and it is picked off in the end zone. Over the shoulder interception for Tyson Allen, and I believe that is his second pick of the night. And Warwick was getting hit.
He absolutely got slammed. You know, we talked earlier about quarterback ratings. So far tonight, 2 attempts, 2 interceptions. Probably not very high in the rating department yet, but, you know, that one he just overthrew a little bit. The first one he underthrew. And he's looked good in games where he's been able to get in a rhythm. It's really hard to get in a rhythm when you're relying on your running team and you just every once in a while throw it. But
I feel like I jinxed him right there after complimenting him with a nice run. And that's a one where he should have just kept it in his pocket and ran it instead of throwing it up into traffic.
But you are correct. You know, sometimes having the quarterback run the ball and rip off a couple of good runs is the same thing as kind of getting warmed up passing. Felt good about him passing in that situation. It just didn't work out.
Ryan Thompson, he will pass. He'll throw right side, throws low and incomplete at the 27-yard line. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Old Aves. Well, Berry Global in Chippewa Falls still looking for night shift production operators. You don't want to miss this entry-level position that starts at $65,000 per year for night shift production at Berry Global. Search for the Chippewa Falls location at berryglobal.com/careers, berryglobal.com/careers. 2nd and 10, give to Warner. Warner makes one man miss, but is not going to get beyond the line of scrimmage, as again, the interior of the Chi High defense holding strong at the point of attack.
Here, Chi High's going to come in with 5 defensive backs. Their nickel package here on a 3rd and 10.
The Bromeisel out, Judah Dunham in, 3rd and 10 for Memorial from their own 20. Just under 10 minutes to play in the half. Chi High leading 7-0 in a game marred by turnovers. Thompson back to pass, throws over the middle. Big hit there.
We got a flag.
And dropped.
We got a flag not on that hit. That hit was an incredible hit as he just popped the receiver as usual. But I think we got a flag on a late hit on the quarterback.
Well, I thought they were signaling hold.
Yep, they are. You are correct.
So declined by Chi High.
Decline that, make them punt. Once again, an incomplete pass.
Let's not let the flag take away from what you were alluding to, that Gavin Goodman absolutely put a lick on Reagan Hubb.
But you know, and that's part of what I mentioned. It's not just the interceptions and the great plays, but I said the number of times that he sticks players and ended that game. You know, what was it? Which game was it that?
New Richmond.
We won the game in New Richmond, jacked the ball loose on their opening touchdown, and then another one. Just some incredible plays.
Dawson Goodman, yes, on that great play at the end of the first quarter. And a shout out to Sophie Gadel, the Goodman's grandma, who's listening in tonight.
Almost a block as Brewer gets off another big boot, and this time Gavin's going to return it. Gavin at the 50, 45, 40 flag on the play, 35-yard line, and then he skips out of bounds at the 31, but 2 flags on the play.
Another flag popped out. That's nice, though. Always got to get a shout-out to the grandparents. Sometimes, particularly now in this state of affairs that we have. Ooh, 3rd? Thought maybe another flag got thrown out. He's just moving the flag. You know, particularly hard to get here for the game, so really nice to have them be able to watch this video. You know, give a shout out to you, Caleb. I'm just, you know, guest hosting. You guys are the one that run this, and this is a really good thing for Chi High, not only the live stream, but the radio. You know, these are high school kids that get to have, you know, radio and TV broadcast games.
And while we're giving shout-outs tonight, I want to give a shout-out to some friends of mine, Jesse Hamble and Susan Larson from Orange Impression. They are a digital marketing company that can help your business. They are volunteering their time here tonight to get some really incredible footage from Chi High to give them a free hype video. And so we're looking forward to seeing how that all comes together. Orange Impression, eauclaireorange.com if you want to find out more. And a quick run up the middle, close to midfield for the Cards.
A really nice run by Colin Bodette, and what I really like is how patient he was. He wanted to run full speed, but he also was being patient to wait for his lineman, and he got 7 yards, and that's exactly what the push was from the O-line.
2nd and 3, ball just shy of midfield on the Chi High side of the 50. Double wing, double tight. Braden Warwick, the senior, under center. Bovey, the right wing back. Badette, the left wing back, in motion. They'll give to Krista. Krista jukes in the hole and across the 50 to the 45 and all the way down to the 42, maybe the 41 as Krista moves the chains. And he has some shifty feet. Looks like maybe he skates a little bit.
Yeah, and he's... Go ahead.
I was going to say Sam Andro blocked his man 20 yards down the field.
It took him to the bus. Yeah, the ball sits on the 41-yard line. It's an interesting mix. So Judah's back in here. More traditional what we got going on here. I just want to say a little bit about that last formation, but here we up to the line.
1st and 10 from the 41 from the double wing. Dunham does get a block at the 40-yard line. Dunham skirting outside the hash marks to the 35 and down to the 30, and that is another Chi-High first down, a gain of 11 for Judah Dunham.
And give almost 12. I'm going to give him 12 on that. He's got 2 carries now for 22 yards. What I was going to say about that other formation is I love the power fullback with Krista, and then it just beats teams up, and then you have the two running backs that are kind of shifty and fast. But then you got Badette in there. Badette's almost like a fullback himself. So you got 2 guys just pounding him.
1st and 10 from the 30. Warwick back to pass. This time he has good protection. He's going to go right side. Got a man wide open. That's, I believe, well, I thought it was Krista at the 25. And that's Minarski, I think.
Yep, that's Minarski.
Minarski. And Minarski, the big tight end, across the 25 and close to the 20 before he's upended. And that is yet another Chippewa Falls first down with 8:02 to play in the half. The Cardinal offense has moved the ball. Can they avoid? You know what? I'm not going to even say it. I was
going to say there's no reason for them to pass the ball again, but I'm glad that they have confidence in Braden to throw a few times in the series.
And that was a nice safe pass. They got it out to him in the flats. That's a great one to get your quarterback back into it.
Bovey in motion, give to the fullback and across the 15-yard line, still pushing to the 10 and down to the 8. How about Owen Krista again running with power?
Yeah, I can't believe what we're seeing here tonight. And yet, Alan, like you said, this is probably just something you've seen all those previous years. He runs hard.
Absolutely, and this is a kind of a game where guys are fighting for carries, and they're saying, Coach, hey, pick my number, pick my number.
Oh, yeah, the other game would have been North, so no stats out of that game.
1st and goal from the 9 for Chi-High. Straight up the middle, that's Krista following his blocking, and darts to the end zone, touchdown, Chippewa Falls from 9 yards out. The senior Owen Krista with his first touchdown of the year.
So he goes over 60 yards already on 6 carries, averaging 10 yards a carry tonight with a touchdown. Dunham, as I already said, averaging 10 yards a carry. Badette and Bovey, I don't think are too far behind. They're probably both averaging about 7 or 8.
Subi Mason with 7:33 to play in the half. The left-footed junior will try and make this a 14-zip game. Snap is low and trying to take it off for a 2-point conversion, flipping it to the end zone and knocked out of bounds, incomplete.
We
flag
do have
over the flag.
Yeah, I don't. It's a holding on Chi-High, yeah.
Chi-High.
Because that was not a planned play. That was a blown-up play. You can expect it would be very hard to do without a penalty. It looked like it was a good snap, but he just couldn't get it down on time.
We'll be back in 60 seconds. The Cards lead 13-0 here in Chippewa Falls.
At Lakeland University, now is the perfect time to go back to school. Well, we know. You've got a job. You've got a family. You've got other commitments. But you've also got ambitions. Take the first step. Pursue your goals with a graduate degree from Lakeland University. Choose a Master's of Business Administration or a Master's of Leadership and Organizational Development and tailor it around everything else you've got going on. Yeah, it's your life. You've got this. Visit lakeland.edu to learn more.
Welcome back to Chi-High football and WOGO Sports touchdown runs of 18 and 9 yards from Carson Bovey and Owen Krista respectively put the Cards up 13-0 with 7:33 left to play, and I'm sure the coaching staff is saying we could be running away with this game right now if we could avoid turning the ball over, but that drive was clean on the ground, a bit through the air, and Chi-High starting to enforce their will on both sides of the football right now.
Yeah, the way they're playing with all cylinders working, they would have to have a heck of a lot of turnovers not to win this game. But yeah, they've already got 2, and yet they're up 2 touchdowns. You look at Memorial and what they've done as we're about to kick off in the last 7 carries: 0, -3, 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, 2.
Subi Mason gets all of this one, drives the returner back to the 8-yard line, 10, 15, 20, and a big collision at the 25, and a gang tackle at the 26.
And that's where the progress will be stopped for number 20 for Eau Claire Memorial. The returner that time was Peter Albert.
Reinhard Gromeisel there, the senior, with a big stick on special teams.
Dave, just to clarify, do we have 2 or 3 turnovers?
Oh, yes, you're correct, fumbling. So we're down 3-0. I would have thought a 4 turnover margin would be tough. Brings me back to the game when the Badgers won the Rose Bowl, I think in 1994, Rose Bowl, 1993 year. Their only loss that year was to Minnesota at the Dome with 7 turnovers, a +7 turnover ratio for Minnesota, a team that was at the bottom of the dwelling, and they lost that game. Only blemish in a Rose Bowl winning year.
Speaking of turnovers plaguing the Rice Lake Warriors tonight, there's a flag on the play, a delay of game against Memorial. It took an awful long time to come out from the sidelines, but Rice Lake victimized by an early turnover. They trail Menominee 14-0 right now in a game with huge implications in the conference title race. At last check, Hudson was up over Superior 7-0 thanks to a kickoff return for a touchdown. 1st and 15 from Memorial.
Hudson posts in a defensive tackle for Owen Christa.
Thompson back to pass. Thompson looking over the middle. Good hands catch at the 25-yard line and up to the 30, getting the penalty yardage back and a few more. That's the first target for Jack Redwine. He's a 6-foot senior, 195-pound tight end and linebacker.
You know, we could have some interesting things coming with the conference this year because you got those 4 teams that are in the mix. Yes, we do have 2 losses, but Menominee about to perhaps give Rice Lake a loss. You got Hudson. You've got, even New Richmond. That win over New Richmond for Chi High was pretty big, too.
Thompson delayed give to Warner. Warner up the middle, and he's going to tip across the 35-yard line to the 36, and that is very close to an Old Abe's first down, and it has been a while since they've moved the chains, but they will.
Yeah, it's that 5-yard run was the longest run that they've had in about 10 carries.
Memorial passes the ball about 22 times per game. Reese Warner carries the ball about 17 times per contest. He's their workhorses. Thompson is back to pass, floats to right side. It's intercepted at the 40, 35, and flags on the play as the pick is returned all the way to the 25-yard line.
And that's number 4.
Judah Dunham with the interception.
That was just a sweet play, but you expect it because you see Judah, what he can do as a receiver. That looked like a receiver catching that ball, not a defensive back. And you see that with these guys that go both ways and play. So the penalty's on Chi High, but those flags were thrown well after, so it's still going to be Chi High's ball, just perhaps 15 yards different.
I was watching that play from the backside. The wide receiver ran a shallow post again. The quarterback threw behind him right where Judah was standing. One of the easier interceptions you're ever going to get.
The first time someone other than a Goodman has picked the ball off for the Chi High defense this year is Judah joins the throng. 5th pick of the season for the Chi High defense. Dawson Goodman has 3, Gavin has 1, and now Judah Dunham with 1 as well. But plenty of time left to get some more here this evening. 6:24 to play here on WOGO Radio and Cardinal TV. Caleb Swenson, Dave Check in the booth, Alan Dunham on the sidelines. And Chi High will get the ball right about the spot of the pick at the 46-yard line.
This is a pretty short field for what Chi High's had so far tonight.
Double wing formation. Braden Warwick, the senior signal caller, will flip off the right side, and that is Colin Badette, and there's a flag.
I think a
horse collar tackle as Badette pulled down at the 39-yard line, and that'll be 15.
Brought down from behind for a gain of 2, but the only reason he was brought down is because he was horse collared. He got his hands right in that back of that shoulder pad area.
So we are almost to the halfway point of the second quarter. Chi High leads 13-0, 2 rushing touchdowns, and are they picking up the flag?
They're going to wave it off. They thought that was a legal play. So he is going to get a 2-yard play. I think that actually might be the shortest run of the night, or a tie for the shortest run of the night at 2 yards.
Ball will now be on the near hash. Judah Dunham will split out wide to the left. Single receiver to the short side as well, and from the gun is Braden Warwick with Carson Bovey to his right. 2nd and 8 from the 44 of Memorial. Back to pass, looking right side. Howard has the catch at the 40-yard line. He cuts upfield back toward the numbers and spilled at the 38. It's about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A quick pass of 6. And that's the 14th reception of the season for Mason Howard, who leads Chi High in that category. Judah Dunham close behind.
It's a nice little toe tap there as he was heading out of bounds, and a lot of players would have went out of bounds, but he was able to stop on a dime and turn that up for a few more yards.
So Howard lining up right on the numbers on the short side of the field. Dunham to the left. Howard in motion left to right. There's the give off the right side, and that's Carson Bovey. Bovey makes a man miss at the 30-yard line. First down and a lot more as Carson Bovey finally pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Looks to be a gain of at least 13 depending on the spot. They may give him 14.
Number 77, Mason Gaeta, with a great lead block from the offensive line.
Indeed, I don't think Bovey even got touched. He had a wall of players out there for Chi-High, including, as you said, number 77, but there was just a wall out there, and he didn't even get touched for about 9 yards.
Dunham wide left, Howard to the right. Shallow shotgun here. More of a pistol look for Braden Warwick, I believe. First and 10 from the 24. Warwick give to Bovey again. Bovey with a head of steam across the 20-yard line, backing and following with flag on the play to the 15. This one may be coming back for Chi-High unless someone grabbed Bovey's face mask as he was falling backwards.
You see the Memorial players, they're just walking around, no enthusiasm whatsoever, and these Chi-High offensive linemen are just punching holes through them. So they can probably get away with this hold. It's going to set up a first and about maybe a 15-yard. Yep, it's going to be first and 15. But the way they've been pounding holes through this, it's just a matter of who's lucky enough to get the ball.
Hold was a little down the field as Howard comes out of the game, and it looks like Mason Minarski back in. And now they will split Minarski out wide to the left with Dunham in the slot to the left. Single back next to Braden Warwick on his left is Carson Bovey. First and 16 officially. Give to Bovey. Bovey will bash into the line at the 30-yard line and fall ahead to the 26. A gain of 4. Didn't get back quite all the penalty yards. Brings up a second and 12.
You said that was Bovey on the carry. Yep. Give him 4 or 5. Looks like 4 probably is correct. It looks like we got second and 12 from the 26-yard line.
Dunham comes out as Chi-High goes a bit heavier here on second and 12. Krista back in at fullback. Bovey and Badet at the wingbacks, right and left respectively. Under center with Carson Bovey in motion. Bovey with a lead block from Badet tries to turn the corner at the 30-yard line, and he will hit the chalk very close to the line to gain as he is spilled inside the 20 and down near the 16. It's a gain of 10 on second and 12.
That's a good lead blocker to have out there, too, for Bovey. That's, what's made these Chi-High teams great. Almost every year you look at who the running back is with the most yardage, and it's the guy on the opposite side of the wing and the tight end that put in the most blocking.
Gain of 9 instead of 10, so third down and short from the 17. Ball in the far hash, Chi-High in the double wing. Low crouch for Braden Warwick. He'll give it to the fullback straight ahead. And still pushing the pile. Every time Krista's momentum seems to be stopped, he just starts chugging again and moves the chains, and Chi-High is going to have a first and goal at the 9.
Well, this gives you some indication of how good Rice Lake was last week. Krista had 2 carries, both for negative yards. And here in this game, he's a steamroller against this Memorial defense.
First and goal from the 9. Last time they were in this position, Krista scored from 9 yards out. Chi-High at the far hash, double wing formation. Warwick's going to give to Krista. Krista bowls into the line straight ahead. He's inside the 5, and the legs cut out from under him at the 3. Second and goal after a gain of 6 and under 4 to play in the half. Chi-High looking to take a commanding lead in this one. Right now they're up 13-0. The 3:45, and the clock still ticking.
Smartly letting a lot of the clock tick off. If they can get this ball back to Memorial with under 3 minutes, that would be just great. Memorial's been doing a lot of running, not very effective passing tonight, so it'd be very tough for them to do anything about it.
Second and goal from the 3. Still the double wing, double tight formation. Warwick under center. Warwick going to roll out to his right. He's looking to the end zone. Got a man wide open. Touchdown, Chippewa Falls.
And that's Minarski. Well-deserved touchdown there. Give one to Minarski, the tight end.
3-yard touchdown pass. And Memorial, it sure seems, had no idea that was coming.
I don't think any of us thought that we had any idea that was coming, that Chi-High was going to pass on the 3-yard, especially trying to tick the clock down there. So, yeah, that caught everyone by surprise, made it a very effective play, wide open Minarski gets an easy touchdown.
Cards will go for 2, leading 19-0 with 3:19 to go. Ball is on the far hash at the 3-yard line. They will line up in the double wing. Badette left wing back, Bovey right wing back, right behind the senior signal caller Warwick. And there's the give to Bovey, and Bovey darts untouched into the end zone off the crisscross. It's 21-0 Chippewa Falls. We are back in 60 seconds on Chi-High Football on WOGO Sports.
Walk in for an interview, walk out with a job. The Fleet Farm Distribution Center in Chippewa Falls is hosting walk-in interviews every Monday through Friday from 10 to 3 with job offers right on the spot. Work full-time or find a flexible part-time position. You'll also love the benefits, including competitive pay, matching 401k, and a 20% discount at all Fleet Farm stores. Walk into the Chippewa Falls, D.C. weekdays from 10 to 3 or apply now at careers.fleetfarm.com.
Just like their concrete, at Stelter Inc., their business has stood the test of time for 3 generations. Stelter strives to bring you the absolute highest quality and longest-lasting concrete, including aggregates they mine and process themselves. And when you need materials delivered or hauled away, Stelter can deliver with a fleet of dump trucks. With over half a century of service, Stelter Inc. will help turn your dreams into reality. Start now at StelterIncorporated.com.
3:19 to go before half, and the Chi-High Cardinals have opened up a commanding 21-0 lead over Eau Claire Memorial as Subi Mason has it on the tee at the 40-yard line, and the junior lefty with the right hand in the ear, the run-up and the big kick, and he's going to send this one a little bit lower. It's going to bounce to the 10-yard line, staying in bounds at the 5. Oh, it trickles out of bounds at the 3, and the flags fly. But that was a nice directional kick by Subi that just didn't quite stay in.
Yeah, we haven't gotten lucky like Menominee did against us and be able to get that ball to just stick there on the sideline. Mason's had a couple like that that have just barely trickled out.
And the Chi-High defense has been flat out fantastic in this game. Judah Dunham with the interception that set up that short field, and the drive capped from 46 yards out by the 3-yard touchdown pass from Braden Warwick to Mason Minarski. That is the first touchdown for Minarski on the year. And for Braden Warwick, that is his 4th touchdown pass of the 2021 campaign. Ryan Thompson, the junior, gives to Warner. Warner across the 35-yard line, and he's pulled down from behind by Hobley and company. As the clock continues to run, it'll be under 3 minutes when the Old Apes run their next play.
Just an example of the defense there. It looked like that play was going to perhaps bust open for a number of yards wide open, but then all of a sudden it just closed from the inside, and that, just a testament to the speed that these linebackers have.
39-yard line.
Twin receivers right, single receiver left, ball in the near hash, 2nd and 6 for Memorial. They'll operate from the pistol, give to Warner again. Warner at just 5'8", ducks behind his lineman at the 40-yard line. Maybe they'll give him the 41 if they're generous, and I think Chi-High's going to take a timeout. They will. We'll step out and be back in 60 seconds on WOGO Sports.
It's fall furnace check and clean time. Preventative maintenance on your heating system is worth it. And whether it's boilers, furnaces, or heat pumps, Warisgala Heating and Plumbing services most makes and models. Warisgala Heating and Plumbing has provided quality, dependable service to the Chippewa Valley and surrounding areas for over a half-century. Warisgala will make sure your heating system is ready for the cold ahead. Call or visit Warisgala.com.
Hi, this is Dave Check, attorney and owner of the Check Law Office. I've been a part of the Chippewa Falls community for most of my life. It's where I grew up and where I started my practice. My motto at the Check Law Office has always been to provide people with the same legal service that I would expect if my own family needed an attorney. You meet with me directly and you are treated like part of the team. My goal has always been to get problems solved as efficiently and inexpensively as possible. I have proudly fought for Chippewa Falls on the field, as a coach, and as an attorney. Don't hesitate to add the Check Law Office to your team.
3rd and 4, Memorial back to pass with Thompson. He's going to float out left side, knocked down. That's a big call on the play. Zach LeMay swats it.
And he is absolutely lucky that that was locked down. Who is that, number 49 that was about to hit him? Is that Thomas Clary or was that 39? That's 49. Thomas Clary. You're right.
Bromeisel.
Davis Bromeisel was out there ready to tee him up if he would have caught that ball.
So 2:38 to play in the Chi-High timeout pays off as they will now be getting the ball back after this punt from Brewer. 21-0 is the score.
Let's see if they can get this one. They've been close a couple of times.
And an incomplete pass means that Chi-High has it with 2:38, plenty of time.
And
They
they got maybe a fingertip on it as the trajectory seems to have gone Chi-High's way. And now it takes a really nice Memorial hop all the way down to the 32 at 2:28 to play. But there's some time on the clock for Chi-High to do some more damage. And as you mentioned, Alan Dunham, my goodness, they've been getting close. And at that time, it sure looked like somebody got a glove on it.
Colin Badette's been lining up in the gap between the center and the guard and going full speed, and nobody touched him. Just missed that block.
Coach Moe is going to have to teach them about the block point. They are definitely getting through there and having the opportunity, but you don't go for the ball. You go for where the ball's going to be.
Dunham split out to the right. Mason Howard to the left. 1st and 10 Chi-High from their own 32. Worse starting field position than they've had for a while. From the gun, back to pass. Braden Warwick. Warwick steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to take it and run. Using that speed flag on the play across the 40-yard line. Skips out of bounds for a first down, but this one very likely coming back. His penalty flag is at the 32.
Yep, that one was a hold. And, it was a hold that actually, I think, maybe meant something too, because Warwick was able to get that gap then and squirt out for another 16 yards. So that's going to be a costly one because they put it all the way back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be almost a 1st and 20 coming up. But Warwick had all day back there.
Again, Chi-High kicked off to start this game, so they will receive to begin the third quarter. You'd love to get some points here. But the clock is not your friend as it's rolling at 2:12 and you have 80 yards to go. 78. Ball on the 22 officially, 1st and 20. Judah Dunham is going to take the jet sweep at the 20-yard line. He's going to cut it back north-south, run into a pile of white jerseys, but push his way forward to the 30. Gain of 8 for Judah Dunham. Memorial does not have a lot of timeouts left. I believe just one in the pocket of head coach Rob Scott.
So Chi-High looks like they might want to take some time off just in case here. They don't get it on, but they still have 2 more plays here. We'll see what happens on 2nd down. They'll probably either speed it up or slow it down and just take it into the half.
From the 31. Twin receivers to the left, single receiver Howard to the right. From the gun, Braden Warwick. 2nd and 11. Warwick waist high snap. He's going to flip it out very quickly. Goes over the top of Judah Dunham. That one sailed just a bit on Braden, and now you've got 3rd and long.
That's the first pass that has been thrown tonight by Warwick that has not been caught. Up to that point, he was 3 for 5 with 2 completions and 2 interceptions. No balls hitting the turf.
1st and 10 became 1st and 20. Chi-High got 9 of it back, and now it's 3rd and 11 after the incomplete pass. Mason Minarski, watch out for him here on the right side, then trips to the left. Warwick from the gun on 3rd and 11. Back to pass. Has a clean pocket so far. He's going to go right side, and he's got his man right at the stick. That looks like Minarski.
It is, but it is a 1st down. That's
First down,
incredible.
what a catch. A great toe tapping.
Yeah, what you just saw there was a college catch. Just a toe tap by a great athlete, Mason Minarski. And it winds up with a 1st down, and that right there is a play on 3rd down that could have wound up with Chi-High having to punt the ball or score before the half. That's a huge 11, 12-yard catch.
How about the route from Minarski as well? Twins left and right with 4 wide. Braden Warwick with a minute 22 to work with. Does going to get a rollout to his left under pressure. He's going to float it out right side. Got a man open, and it's picked off again. It's picked off at the 35-yard line, and is that number 3 again?
That is
Memorial?
No. That is a different number, but I can't see it.
I believe Tyson Allen had the
9, maybe?
Yes, number 9.
Yeah, Herbert.
Man, and they had a wide receiver wide open there. Could have been a big yarder, but it seemed like the ball was underthrown. Defender was able to make a nice play on it.
So Eau Claire Memorial has found themselves down 21-0, but it could be a lot worse if not for their defense turning Chi-High over 4 times.
Yeah, that was Judah. That was Judah, I think, that got open there, was about 10 yards behind the corner. The safety, if that ball was thrown to the outside shoulder, would have had no chance.
So now Memorial with a minute 11 left. They're going to have to go spread with Ryan Thompson, the junior, from the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 33. Thompson back to pass. He's going to throw over the middle. Oh, it's through the hands and almost could have been intercepted. Jack Redwine right at the stick. Watch it go through his gloves and into the secondary.
That was Dawson Goodman, I think, had a chance after
that was a little bit of a
through.
Dawson Goodman effect. That wide receiver coming across the middle got the alligator arms and did not catch that ball, nor did he want to catch it.
Yeah, look at the score right now and their chances of coming back, and he was thinking it was much better to just get on the bus in one piece than come against one of those good ones.
Second down and 10.
Gotta give a shout out to the Chi High student section. It's blaze orange night and hunting night in the student section tonight. You're gonna see a couple glow sticks or lightsabers out there as well.
Surprising that a lot of those kids from Chi High just happen to have that blaze orange in their closet to pull out.
2nd and 10 from the 33 for Memorial. Ryan Thompson from the gun takes a clean snap. Now going to step up in the pocket. He is going to float it out, and it's picked off at the 40-yard line, down the sidelines 20, and then taken down roughly. Oh,
and
my
that's
goodness.
A penalty.
There's a penalty, and Chi High with their second interception of the night. Alan, did you see who got to that?
I think he's coming out with it. That's 20. That's 23.
That's Dawson Goodman, his 4th interception of the season. Dawson Goodman makes Memorial pay for trying to pass.
That's a great play by Dawson Goodman. He's a ball hawk, an excellent defender. If he's not at the all-conference safety, I don't know who is.
Exactly. Right now, the quarterback's 3 for 11 for 5 yards. 5 total yards and 2 interceptions.
Those are his 13th and 14th on the year. 1st and 10. Now Chi High has the ball after the penalty well into the red zone. And
with 57 seconds left and I believe 2 timeouts, they can run, they can pass, they can take as much of this clock off as they want.
It looked like that pass caromed a little bit, and Dawson ended up with it. A good run back down the sideline. Now 1st and goal from the 8. Off the right side, hole to the end zone, pushing to the goal line, and
That's a touchdown. Yeah, he should be in.
Waiting for the signal. Oh my goodness, they're calling him down. Is that Bovey?
Off the play. That was number 5, Badet.
That's Badet. Badet at about the half-yard line with 45.5 seconds to play. I think Chi High will take a timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second break as Chi High tries to punch one more in before the half. This is Cardinals football on WOGO Sports.
We all remember our glory days, catching a touchdown, unleashing the perfect slap shot, or watching your 3 float through the net. But now, maybe a lingering injury makes those days just glory. Get back to your best with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. With their team of highly trained sports medicine orthopedic surgeons and athletic trainers, maybe those glory days won't seem so far away. Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine in Altoona and Chippewa Falls. Visit cbosm.com/WOGO for more information.
Well, Dawson Goodman's 4th interception of this season. The talented junior has set Chi High up in golden field position. 1st and goal from the 8 after the personal foul at the end of that pick, and Colin Badet takes it down. Oh my goodness, Alan, that has to be within a foot of the goal line right now.
From my vantage point, it looked like he had gotten in, but the ref saw it differently, and so the ball is just inside the 1.
See, honestly, I would not have called a timeout. It's not going to matter here, but you are going to give the ball back to Memorial with
2nd and goal, give to
seconds.
Krista into the pile for his 2nd touchdown of the night. He's in, touchdown, Chippewa Falls.
Yeah, there's no question that we were going to score on that play. And that's why I say, right now Memorial's got 40 seconds left. Are they going to do anything with it? Probably not. They haven't done anything with the ball all night.
And it's 27-0 Chi High as we're in the final minutes before the half. And the Cards have done what's necessary here in the first half despite a few missteps. Subi Mason with the boot. That one handled cleanly, and it's 28-0 Chi High back in 60 seconds. Cardinals football on WOGO Sports.
Tired of trying to see through those fogged up thermopanes from last winter? Ready to gaze at the beautiful outdoors again? Call White City Glass. They're experts in thermopane replacement for any size windows you have. There's no need to replace the entire window. White City Glass can replace the thermopane while leaving the window frame in place. You'll save money and see clearly all at the same time. They'll even come to you and measure to assure proper sizing. Give your thermopane experts a call today.
I just to go to Smiles and Motion today. It's super fun there.
Hi, I'm Dr. Spitz. At our pediatric dental office, we realize the importance of having a team who loves children. All of our doctors are pediatric dentists with 2 additional years of specialized training beyond dental school. We are excited to see children, beginning at age 1.
Always professional and caring. I highly recommend them.
I love going to see my dentist and friends at Smiles and Motion.
Accepting new patients. Call Smiles in Motion. Pediatric Dentistry today. Locations in Chippewa Falls, Eau Claire, Menominee, Rice Lake, and Hudson.
WOGO, Halley, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. Welcome back to Chi-High football from beautiful Dorais Field. Final regular season home game. Chi-High leads 28-0. A boot at the 10-yard line, 15-20. That's Brewer, I believe, and he is stumbling across the 25-yard line and up to the 27 with 34.2 to play as the second touchdown of the season and of the night for Owen Krista. Makes it 28-0. Chi-High, that was a 1-yard touchdown officially, probably more like a foot and a half.
The Chi-High crowd, the student section shouting, "This game's boring, this game's boring." That's a really disappointing chant to hear. I want Owen Krista to turn around and face the crowd and say, "Are you not entertained?"
I tell you what, Dave, they called that timeout. The first player off the field was Owen Krista, lobbying to Coach Rakovich, "Hey, call my number."
How about the senior? And staff appreciation night, he chose Scott Sinking. Back to pass is Ryan Thompson. Thompson has a clean pocket, now flushed out, rolling to his right. Thompson escapes. He's going to float it deep down the right sideline into his own sideline at the 45, and 2nd and 10 coming up. And
a flag. Oh, that came out so late. You'd have to think it was a late hit of some sort. Something late. Or it might have been unsportsmanlike on them, too.
Intentional grounding is the call against Memorial, so a loss of down, and that will push them back further. And now, if you're the Old Abes, you have to be really careful what you choose to do here at the end of the half, given the way the Chi-High secondary is played.
Yeah, dangerously close to a running clock. If they wind up having to punt this ball, they need to be careful here. I wouldn't be surprised if Eau Claire Memorial just ran the ball here and got out of half.
Now, Chi-High gets the ball to start the second half, right?
They do indeed.
Well, I would say possibly. I have seen teams defer or start on defense, so I've seen stranger things, but Memorial did get the ball to start.
Thompson gives to Warner. Warner finds a little bit of a gap across the 20 to 25 and up back to the original line of scrimmage, and that may just do it for the half. We'll see if Memorial elects to run another play or not.
Down at the 29-yard line.
So a 13-yard run in garbage time there is actually their longest run of the half by far.
They line up for another play. Thompson back to pass. This is the final play of the half, and he is hit and sacked. And that will end the first half on an appropriate note as Chi-High rolling on defense and on offense. It's 28-0 at the break. We'll step out and be back in 3.5 minutes with your halftime highlights, a preview of your Holly Bovey names you know, stats, recap, and more. All ahead here on WOGO Sports. After 2 quarters complete, it's Chippewa Falls 28, Eau Claire Memorial 0. Back in 3.5 on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV.
My name is Tracy Smiskey, and I'm the market president of Northwestern Bank for the Eau Claire area. Northwestern Bank has done a really good job of selecting people that work very well together and create a team atmosphere that comes through in everything that we do. And building stronger communities where people matter is our mission, and I believe that our employees live that.
Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter. Member FDIC.
It's fall furnace check and clean time. Preventative maintenance on your heating system is worth it. And whether it's boilers, furnaces, or heat pumps, Warzgala Heating and Plumbing services most makes and models. Warzgala Heating and Plumbing has provided quality, dependable service to the Chippewa Valley and surrounding areas for over a half-century. Warzgala will make sure your heating system is ready for the cold ahead. Call or visit Warzgala.com.
We serve to serve again. Warzgala Company.
A championship team pursues excellence every day, from practice to the playing field. And if you pursue excellence in your career, Berry Global in Chippewa Falls is looking for you. Berry Global, a plastics manufacturer, is hiring for night shift production operators. Entry-level positions start at $65,000 per year. Work a 2-2-3 schedule and earn $65,000 a year with medical, dental, and vision coverage.
search for the Chippewa Falls location at berryglobal.com/careers. That's berryglobal.com/careers.
Hi, Chippewa fans. My name is Sissy Knops. I'm a realtor with Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors. Here's a pop quiz. Do you know the current value of your home? I help clients in the Chippewa Valley answer this question in order to get their home sold for top dollar. I can also help you write a winning offer on a home in today's competitive market. So if you're looking to buy or sell your home, cabin, or piece of land, contact me, Sissy Knops of Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors, 715-828-0903.
Just like their concrete, at Stelter Inc., their business has stood the test of time for 3 generations. Stelter strives to bring you the absolute highest quality and longest-lasting concrete, including aggregates they mine and process themselves. And when you need materials delivered or hauled away, Stelter can deliver with our fleet of dump trucks. With over half a century of service, Stelter Inc. will help turn your dreams into reality. Start now at StelterIncorporated.com.
What if you could work in a place you already love? Clovers of Lake Alley is hiring now for both full and part-time positions with wages up to $15 an hour for full-time and $11.50 an hour for students. And because they know you're busy, Clovers builds a flexible work schedule around your life. Have fun and grow as a team member at Clovers of Lake Alley. Meal discounts on your Clovers favorites, free uniforms, vacation, and 401k. Apply today at Clovers.com/careers or in person at Clovers of Lake Alley.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Choice & Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Choice & Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Choice & Ford.
Halftime here in Chippewa Falls. Chi High with a commanding 28-0 lead over Eau Claire Memorial here on WOGO Radio and Cardinal TV. Caleb Swenson, Dave Check, Alan Dunham with you after an impressive first half. A half that was marred by some miscues, and yet still Chi High is even on the verge right now of a running clock as we see the Marching Cardinals with a full band performance that I know this crowd has been waiting to see, and we are looking forward to it as well.
Yeah, I think when you hear the statistics, you'll find out why Chi High just dominated on all aspects of the game there. Other than the turnovers, gave up a few, but we're still just able to dominate. Eau Claire Memorial absolutely could not put anything together on offense, and Chi High, except for the turnovers, did just about whatever they wanted.
Well, are we ready to go into some of those halftime highlights now? Again, this is a preview of our Holly Bovey Names You Know Stats Recap, brought to you by Holly Bovey and Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors. Names you know right here in Chippewa Falls. Holly's been helping people move in the Chippewa Valley since 2000. You can call her at 715-577-HOME. Visit hollybovey.com or find Holly on Facebook.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea to get some of these stats out of the way just to see how impressive they are right now, because I think we're going to see a lot of the JV kids and a lot of the names that we haven't seen. Particularly if Chi High gets it to a running clock here, is it at a running clock right now?
Not yet.
Just one more touchdown. So rushing game obviously impressive for Chi High. Carson Bovey 9 for 71 yards and a touchdown. Judah Dunham 3 for 30 yards. Colin Badette 7 carries for 42 yards. Braden Warwick 2 for 19. Owen Christa with a huge night, 8 for 71 yards and 2 touchdowns. Chi High as a team 29 carries for 232 yards. At an 8-yard per average clip there. Passing, Warwick was 4 for 7, had the 2 interceptions, but also had 42 yards and 1 touchdown to go with it. Those receptions went mostly to Minarski. Mason Howard had 1 catch for 8 yards, but Minarski had 3 catches for 34 yards and the 1 touchdown. Eau Claire Memorial's anemic offense, quarterback was 3 for 12 for 3 total yards, 2 interceptions. The running game was 17 for 38, a little bit over 2 yards per carry, mainly because of that 13-yard carry during garbage time just in the end there. Otherwise, the total yardage right now, 274 yards for Chi High, 41 for Eau Claire Memorial. So it's the total domination. So you tell me where we need to be for commercials, and then you got to give me 90 seconds to give you the playoff recap.
Let's do that when we come back. The playoff prognostications from Dave Check coming when we come back, and also we will regale you with the halftime highlights as the Cards put up some fireworks here in their regular season home finale. They lead Eau Claire Memorial 28-0. Chi-High Marching Cardinals performing now. Enjoy them on the way out as we are back in 3 minutes here with more from halftime in an impressive Friday night for Chippewa Falls.
Building stronger kids, stronger families, and stronger communities. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley has 2 full-service locations, the Eau Claire YMCA and the Chippewa Falls YMCA, both open 7 days a week. Membership rates are among the lowest in the area, and you'll enjoy the gym, indoor pool, weight room, cardio room, indoor track, personal training, yoga, and group fitness classes, just to name a few. Get fit and stay fit with the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley.
Walk in for an interview, walk out with a job. The Fleet Farm Distribution Center in Chippewa Falls is hosting walk-in interviews every Monday through Friday from 10 to 3 with job offers right on the spot. Work full-time or find a flexible part-time position. You'll also love the benefits, including competitive pay, matching 401k, and a 20% discount at all Fleet Farm stores. Walk into the Chippewa Falls, D.C. weekdays from 10 to 3 or apply now at careers.fleetfarm.com.
Rural Credit Union's roots run deep in the Chippewa Valley. We've been helping families thrive here since 1964. Thank you for helping us make over 57 years of positive impact. Along the way, students have learned about saving with Royal. Families have moved into their first home with Royal. And businesses have turned dreams into success stories with Royal. Our strong roots make it easy for you to grow. Join us at any Royal Credit Union office or at rcu.org/roots. Insured by NCUA.
Location. It's very important. But what happens when you can't get to the glass repair shop to fix your windshield? Call White City Glass. They'll come to you. It doesn't matter if you're in Abbotsford, Arcadia, Rice Lake, or Hudson, or any place in between. They've installed thousands of windshields in thousands of places for 50 years. They know what they're doing. It's your car. It's your choice. Tell your insurance company you insist on White City Glass.
White City Glass.
It's fall furnace check and clean time. Preventative maintenance on your heating system is worth it. And whether it's boilers, furnaces, or heat pumps, Warzgala Heating and Plumbing services most makes and models. Warzgala Heating and Plumbing has provided quality, dependable service to the Chippewa Valley and surrounding areas for over a half-century. Warzgala will make sure your heating system is ready for the cold ahead. Call or visit warzgala.com.
We serve to serve again. Warzgala Company.
Where are we at with the Collins deal? I haven't seen any paperwork yet.
Dad, can we play catch?
Now, I want this closed by the end of the day and on my desk by 8 sharp. No excuses.
Dad?
Is this the way you feel when you go to the pharmacy? Like you're just not important enough for them to take the time? Come get on a first-name basis with your locally owned Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Chippewa Falls and Menominee. It's neighbors serving neighbors, and there's always time for questions. The Medicine Shop in Chippewa Falls and Menominee.
Welcome back to Chi-High Football on WOGO Radio and Cardinals TV. Marching Cardinals performing. We're going to give you just a moment here. Lean out the window and we'll try and mic this up as best we can. The Marching Cardinals, they deserve a little bit of time here on the broadcast if you're watching a Cardinal TV. So take a listen. And music, such an integral part of Chippewa Falls Senior High School, and seeing the full band, Dave Check,
with their first full performance of the season tonight. Just fantastic, and I know so many people as excited about that as what happens on the field with the two teams here tonight, as again there's just a lot of talent in both the staff and the students every single year for Chi-High's Marching Cardinals band.
Yeah, there's no question about it, not just the band but the entire music program at Chi-High. Just an incredible group of kids year after year, incredible staff that puts it together, and they put out a good product. You know, if this is one of those things where you have the competitions of the bands and it was us versus Memorial, I'd love to see that tonight. You'd love to see that kind of competition because we would win. These guys and girls are impressive year after year, and it's just fun to watch. So, you know, I've said that it reminds me a lot of Wisconsin and the way Wisconsin treats their band in the fourth quarter, and so much respect between the team and the band. And we've had years where you remember seeing kids out there in full uniform come out there for halftime because we've had football players on the band. So, yes, Chi-High definitely takes their band and their music programs incredibly serious.
Well, we'll go to Dave's playoff prognostications now, or at least the playoff breakdown. Quick update from the BRC. Hudson all over Superior, 24-0 at the half. Thanks to Hudson Broadcasting for that. And then Travis Nias with the update that Menominee is blanking Rice Lake 21-0 at the break. And let's go now to, again, playoff scenarios, how this works out, Dave.
All right, well, here you go. First of all, you got the obvious that everybody talks about, that you get an automatic playoff bid if you have a winning record in your conference, which means the big number 4. Chi-High has always had to get to 4 wins in 7 games. We got 2 more to go. We got Memorial, obviously, probably going to win this game. And then you got a game against Superior at Superior that's always tough. Superior struggling. We should get a win there. And otherwise, we got to go to Hudson, and Hudson is playing some good football, and that would be tough. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm talking about 4 wins because that's not what it comes down to. What I'm going to give you is the Dave Check guarantee that this win against Memorial puts us in, and I'll tell you why. In years past, what has happened is you take the automatic qualifiers, and then after you got your number of automatic qualifiers, you go down to the teams and you look at the next best record for the teams that make it. And so the teams that play 9 games, they're like your DC Everest. They have a 9-team or a team conference that it counts all 9 of their games. 4 and 5 is actually a better record than 3 and 4. Okay, so the 4 and 5 teams get in. Those teams that don't have a winning record, but they're taken anyway as the next in. In the last 5 or 6 years, a lot of 3 and 4 teams have also made it after that. Particularly this year with COVID knocking some teams out, I think there is no question about it that 3 and 4 teams are going to get in. So how does that work with the tiebreaker? Well, 90% of the time, if you're a 3 and 4 team, what does that mean? It means you beat the bottom dweller with 0 wins in conference, you beat a team with 1 win in conference, and you beat a win with 2. The tiebreaker goes to how many wins in conference the teams that you beat had. So in the normal situation, you're going to have a team that's 3 and 4 that the total of those other 2 are 2 and 1. So 3 total wins. Look at what Chi-High's done. Chi-High's beat New Richmond. That is a key right there because your bottom dweller is not New Richmond. That's going to get you that extra win. That's going to have a 3. They're probably going to be a 3-win team and get in themselves because of what they've done. But that means that Chi-High is going to have 3 plus, even if they don't win another game out and Memorial winds up with one win against North, that's 4. That gives you your tiebreaker. They're ahead of all the other 3 and 4 teams. No question about it, they're in this year.
All right, so there you go. If the score holds here tonight, that could bode very, very well for Chi-High to have postseason play. Let's hear how the first half went down here on WOGO Sports. It sounded like this. Our halftime highlights is Chi-High up 28-zip. Eau Claire Memorial on 4th and 2. The pitch out to Werner. Werner trying to turn the corner, and he is bottled up and hit and driven back right at the line of scrimmage. And the Chi-High defense turns Memorial over for the first time tonight on downs as Werner had nowhere to go, and he was skittering around like a mouse trying to avoid a broom. And the Cards sweep him away, and it's wide open. 1st and 10 from the 39, give to Krista. Krista bashing across the 35-yard line. He's continuing to push. Oh, my goodness. Owen Krista still going inside the 25 to the 20 and down to the 18. A rip-off of 21 for the senior Owen Krista.
Awfully familiar to you.
Very much so. I'm getting a little misty-eyed here watching these guys in their last home game.
Ball on the far hash. Flip left side. That's Bovey. Bovey following his blocking. Nice cutback. 10, 5 to the end zone. Touchdown! Chippewa Mason Bovee.
Game would have been north, so no stats out of that game.
First and goal from the 9 for Chi High. Straight up the middle, that's Krista following his blocking and darts to the end zone. Touchdown, Chippewa Falls from 9 yards out. The senior Owen Krista with his first touchdown of the year.
So he goes.
Reese Warner carries the ball about 17 times per contest. He's their workhorses. Thompson is back to pass, floats to right side. It's intercepted at the 40, 35, and flags on the play as the pick is returned all the way to the 25-yard line.
And that's number 4.
Judah Dunham with the interception.
That was just a sweet play, but you expect it because you see Judah what he can do as a receiver. That looked like a receiver catching that ball, not a defensive back. And very effective passing tonight, so it'd be very tough for them to do anything about it.
Second and goal from the 3. Still the double wing, double tight formation. Warwick under center. Warwick going to roll out to his right. He's looking to the end zone. Got a man wide open. Touchdown, Chippewa Falls.
And that's
Mason
Minarski. Well-deserved touchdown there. Give one to Minarski, the tight end.
Now it's 3rd and 11 after the incomplete pass. Mason Minarski, watch out for him here on the right side. Then trips to the left. Warwick from the gun on 3rd and 11. Back to pass as a clean pocket so far. He's going to go right side, and he's got his man right at the stick. That looks like Minarski.
It is, but it is a first down. That's incredible.
Down, what a catch. A great toe tapping.
Yeah, what you just saw there was a college catch. Just a toe tap.
It's a clean snap. Now going to step up in the pocket. He is going to float it out, and it's picked off at the 40-yard line, down the sidelines, 20, and then taken down roughly. Oh, my goodness.
That's a penalty.
There's a penalty, and Chi High with their second interception of the night. Alan, did you see who got to that?
I think he's coming out with it. That's 20. That's 23.
That's Dawson Goodman, his 4th interception of the season. Dawson Goodman makes Memorial pay for trying to pass.
From my vantage point, it looked like he had gotten in, but the ref saw it differently, and so the ball is just inside the 1.
See, honestly, I would not have called a timeout. It's not going to matter here, but you are going to give the ball back to Memorial with 47 seconds.
Second and goal, give to Krista. Krista into the pile for his 2nd touchdown of the night. He's in. Touchdown, Chippewa Falls.
Yeah, there's no...
And that's how the first half sounded. We are back in 30 seconds with quarter number 3 on WOGO Sports.
Hi, this is Dave Check, attorney and owner of the Check Law Office. I've been a part of the Chippewa Falls community for most of my life. It's where I grew up and where I started my practice. My motto at the Check Law Office has always been to provide people with the same legal service that I would expect if my own family needed an attorney. You meet with me directly and you are treated like part of the team. My goal has always been to get problems solved as efficiently and inexpensively as possible. I have proudly fought for Chippewa Falls on the field, as a coach, and as an attorney. Don't hesitate to add the Check Law Office to your team.
The second half of action starts now on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV, 103.1 FM, WOGO.com, or CFHS Media on YouTube. We also have that helpfully linked for you on the sports schedule page at WOGO.com. Thank you to Scott Sickink and Chris Perry running the Cardinal live stream, and WOGO always proud to partner our audio with them. Caleb Swenson, Dave Check, and Alan Dunham, your WOGO Sports crew for this home finale for Chippewa Falls. They have a commanding 28-0 lead and will be receiving the second half kickoff. So, of course, what happens now, Dave Check, is if Chi High is able to take this opening possession, as we hope they will, right down the field and score, you're looking at a running clock very early in quarter number 3.
Yeah, very key possession for Chi High, though, too, because even though you have this huge lead, the last thing that you want to do right now is start off with a slow turnover, something that gives Eau Claire Memorial maybe a pick 6 or a score, and then all of a sudden you got a game. So, this isn't where you put in your second team yet. This is where you got to punch it in, let some time run off the clock, and then look for your JV to get some plays after that.
And Alan Dunham, that has to be a pumped-up sideline for Chi High the way they played in the first.
Everybody's feeling pretty good about themselves right now. Love to see Mason Howard get the ball for this kickoff return.
Ben Fry, a 5'9" senior, is the kicker. He's a right footer, the run up and the boot, and he's going to drive this one toward the far sideline. This picked up at the 10-yard line, 15-20, and knocked out of bounds with a flag on the play coming from the far side, and it looked like the official here on the near side of the field may have seen something behind the play.
Unconfirmed, but I heard that every flag that's thrown, you get a free dilly bar.
Running clock may speed this game up if it does come to that, but the officials slowing it down a little bit and giving us more time to recognize our sponsors, which we appreciate.
Just heard that Bo Schneider is back and at number 82.
Back at number 82. All right, he was 63 to start the game, so we will note that. Again, 2 fouls on the play, both on the kickoff, or excuse me, on the receiving team. Well, don't let a lingering sports injury keep you from being your best. At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their team of highly trained sports medicine, orthopedic surgeons, and athletic trainers will get you back in the game. Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine in Altoona and Chippewa Falls. Visit CVOSM for Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, CVOSM.com/WOGO. And I believe, Alan, we had a personal foul as the second penalty on that run back, and now Chi-High will have 85 yards to go.
Sorry. I didn't see anything.
Sorry.
Apparently the official saw something.
I don't know if you didn't or you're just covering your eyes and saying you didn't.
Actually, 86 yards to go. Chi-High 1st and 10 from their own 14. Judah Dunham has it at the 15-yard line. He'll try and split it outside the numbers, and good pursuit on the play. I believe that was Thade Brewer.
Yeah, nothing there. That was well covered by Eau Claire Memorial. Chi-High did pick up a block, but there was still one unblocked player that took Dunham outside after about a gain of maybe 1 or 2.
Much better job stringing that out. If there's maybe a hole, it was earlier on in that carry.
2nd and 8 on the scoreboard. Chi-High leads 28-0. If you're just joining us, you missed an impressive first half for the Cards, despite 4 turnovers. 2nd and 8 from the 16. Mason Howard motion left to right. There's the give to Carson Bovey. Bovey will cut it back at the 20-yard line, still spinning his way across the 25 and up close to the 27. That's a first down for Chippewa Falls, a gain of at least 11, maybe 12. Give him 11 on the play. Carson Bovey's run the ball hard.
Yeah, he brings the ball up to the 20, looks like 28-yard line. I think what you're going to see right here is, it's going to feel a lot like we're in the running clock right now anyway with this drive. I doubt Chi-High is going to pass the ball, and they're just going to run this clock down, so it's going to be very much like a running clock anyway.
Howard to the right, Dunham to the left from the gun. Delayed give to Krista, I believe, who was standing back there. Krista leaping over defenders as they try to trip him up.
Probably his second most impressive run of the night, as he was dead to right, stopped 2 yards in the backfield.
And he got 14.
Wow, and Krista, 14 might actually bring his average down the way he's running tonight as he brings that down to the 41-yard line. Just running hard tonight. He might get over 100.
They're trying to take him low, and he would just have none of it as he galloped over a couple defenders. 1st and 10 from the 41. There's out of the 50 for Chi-High. Give again to Bovey, and Bovey running hard to midfield for 9, maybe 10. They're going to give him the 49 of the old Abe's, Carson Bovey.
It's really something to watch down here at the field level, how big these holes are that the offensive line is opening up.
And I watch Bovey run, and we've seen everything that he can do, and then every once in a while I see him look almost like Krista out there. He packs a punch as well for just being a small running back there.
Lenarski split out to the left, Howard to the right. Delayed give again. That's Bovey. Bovey very patient to the 45 to the 40, lowers the shoulder, and very close to another Chi-High first down.
Just churning out 10-yard plays here. That is a first down. Give him another 11. And again, you got to give credit to what these players have done to get themselves in shape as a team, not just, the offensive and defensive linemen where you need it every year, but as a team, these players are strong. They pack a punch. They're explosive.
Single receivers left and right from the gun. Braden Warwick, the senior signal caller, takes a waist-high snap. Again, going to give it to Krista. Krista, 35-30, and still pushing. He's dragging about 3, now 4, now 5 Memorial defenders with him all the way down to the 25. Give him 13. Owen Krista, the senior, trying to ramp that average back up.
I think there was only 2 Eau Claire Memorial players that were not in on that tackle, and they needed every single one of them.
And you look at them standing down there, and not a one of them really wants to tackle Krista right now, particularly by themselves.
1st and 10 from the 25 for Chippewa Falls.
I think the best you're going to get is, hey, guys, I got him. You guys want to come finish him off?
They've got Dvoracek now split out to the right. Delayed give to Carson Bovey. Bovey lowers the shoulder, ducks the head at the 25-yard line. Going to get just a couple this time, maybe down to the 22 for a gain of 3. Give us time to let you know that Berry Global in Chippewa Falls is looking for night shift production operators. Entry-level positions start at $65,000 per year. Just search for the Chippewa Falls location at berryglobal.com/careers. You owe it to yourself to check this out. That's berryglobal.com/careers. 2nd and 7 after the gain of 3. Judah Dunham wide to the left, single receiver to the right. Braden Warwick from the gun with a single setback to his right. That's Bovey. Now he shifts him to his left hip. And in motion left to right. Braden Warwick going to keep himself looking for a block, and he will get one. Darts ahead at the 15-yard line for a first down, and down close to the 12. Rolled to the turf. Braden Warwick with a gain of 11, number 12 on the carry.
Well, he just has that explosive burst of speed once he gets out in that open field and is able to stretch out. And I think one of you guys said that Warwick's on the track team, runs the
110-meter hurdles, I believe.
Well, yeah, the hurdles, 110 and 300s.
That explains that once you get him stretched out at full speed, he's got some explosion.
Memorial is still running 2 safeties. They are daring Chi-Hi to run, and they are gladly accepting the invitation.
Twin receivers to the left for Braden Warwick with a single back to his right from the gun. 1st and 10 from the 11. Warwick back to pass. Now he's going to tuck in and run straight ahead. Warwick to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Chippewa Falls. The senior in his home finale hits pay dirt, and it's 34-0 Chi-Hi.
That was a classic quarterback draw there. Drops back 5 yards, fakes handoff, and heads for the end zone.
Yeah, like you said, I don't understand Memorial forcing Chi-Hi to run when that's exactly what they're going to be doing that entire drive. Not one pass. I don't know how much time they took off the clock. It looks like it's 7:39. I mean, they didn't really even take too much time off the clock because they were ripping off first downs every play.
Subi Mason drives through the PAT. We're in running clock territory. 7:39 to play in the 3rd. Chi-Hi takes their opening drive. The distance, it's 35-0. We're back in 60 on WOGO Sports.
Hi, Alex here from Schleckenbach Janitorial. These days, disinfection, sanitization, and overall cleanliness are on the forefront of everybody's minds. At Schleckenbach Janitorial, we've been practicing these elements for nearly 30 years. The health and safety of our customers, staff, and families at home have always been priority number 1. Using our advanced, science-based methods and state-of-the-art equipment, we can bring your business to a whole new level of healthiness in the workplace. Just remember, keep calm, wash your hands, and rely on Schleckenbach Janitorial. Call us today at 723-6601.
A championship team pursues excellence every day, from practice to the playing field. And if you pursue excellence in your career, Berry Global in Chippewa Falls is looking for you. Berry Global, a plastics manufacturer, is hiring for night shift production operators. Entry-level positions start at $65,000 per year. Work a 2-2-3 schedule and earn $65,000 a year with medical, dental, and vision coverage. Search for the Chippewa Falls location at berryglobal.com/careers. That's berryglobal.com/careers.
Welcome back to Chi-Hi football on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV. Caleb Swenson, Dave Check, and Alan Dunham with you on WOGO Radio. You can watch and listen to tonight's game via CFHS Media on YouTube. Subi Mason drives this one with the left foot all the way back to the 6-yard line. It's bobbled there, straight ahead to the 10, across the hashes, 15-20, cutting it back to the 25, but before being swarmed under by a sea of Cardinal jerseys.
Nice hit by number 99. Who is that? Is that Schradel?
Colby Solberg, I believe.
Solberg, okay.
Return man was Peter Albert, the junior. And we have a running clock now, 35-0 Chippewa Falls. Latest score, Chi-Hi has scored on the ground and through the air, an 11-yard touchdown run by Braden Warwick. Owen Krista has 2 touchdown runs.
Chi-Hi's still got their number 1 defense out there, so look for Memorial to get stuffed again.
Flip right side, that's Warner. Warner hit in the back, and on cue, they bring him down for a loss. A TFL for the Chi-Hi defense, a loss of 6.
No surprise, but Owen Krista getting across the line and making a great tackle.
First carry of the half, and they got -5 yards.
If this does end up being the last game on this field for Chi-Hi, and of course playoffs could change that depending on how the season shakes out and seedings and such, but if this is the finale
The seniors are giving it their all and ending on an impressive note as they will drag Warner down with 5 tacklers back inside the 20 of the 19. He may have lost another yard.
Give them 0 officially as they get lucky on that spot to get back to the line of scrimmage. But, you know, that was my final thing on the playoffs is obviously with these 2 games left after this, you got a Superior that they need to win. The game against Hudson is big. I think if you've got a 7-2 Chi-High team with a big win against Eau Claire Memorial, a big win against Richmond, an 8-7 loss to Rice Lake.
Thompson back to pass. Thompson ducks. Now he's going to split out to his right, directing traffic. Throws deep down the right sideline. He's got a man open, coming back for the catch at the 48-yard line. Wow. That's a completion of 28 yards on a desperation throw.
They ran the running back on a wheel route, and the defensive back kind of gave up on it, let the guy get behind him, and the quarterback had more time than he's had all night and was able to make a completion.
I think that was Gavin Gerber on the other end of that, and he was just left all alone. So Memorial will give to Warner. Warner off the right side. He has a little bit of a burst, spins through 1 tackle and down to the 45.
Give him 8 yards, his biggest run of the night, I think. But again, back to that playoff scenario, I think Chi-High gets a home field if they win out. And, you know, one of the reasons is because Chi-High is going to wind up with 2 losses if that's the case. So is Hudson. You got to put them ahead of Hudson at that point.
First, the Cards got to take care of business. The ball's on the ground. It's loose back at the 48-yard line, and scrabbling for it and pulling it back is Ryan Thompson, the Memorial quarterback. And I don't know what happened there, as it looked like a cleat got stuck in the turf for him, and he was bent a little awkwardly trying to get that ball back. And so,
a little bit of a low snap, and he couldn't handle it, and it squirted past him.
The impressive run erased for Warner. Now it's a 3rd and 9. For Memorial, back on their side of the 50 at the 48. Thompson back to pass. Pressure coming in heavy. Thompson rolling out to his left. He's looking downfield, still looking, throws it left side through the arms of his intended receiver right in front of the Chi-High sideline at the 43-yard line. He was looking for his big target, number 6, Reagan Hubb, but unfortunately too much toward the chalk.
For Memorial, he was 20 seconds late finding him because he was wide open in the flat there, and they just couldn't find him. He had to scramble at that point in time, and then he wound up scrambling to the left, but it was too late by then.
So a 4th and 9. Memorial no choice but to go for it. Here down 35-0 in a running clock situation. Another bad snap. It bounces right into the chest of Thompson. Now he's flushed out to his left. Desperation throw deep down the middle and overshoots everybody. Turnover on downs. Closest player to it for Chi-High was Karsten Rieg, the senior, and the Chi-High defense does their job again.
This is almost the kind of game it's a little bit tough for coaches because you've got a lot of bad habits that are developing in a blowout win.
Well, that's why right about now I think they're probably going to put their second-team offense in. It looks like it probably is. Starters are done for tonight. We're going to get some names that we haven't seen before. This is where it's fun for the kids, see what they can do, because Memorial's still going to have their number 1 guys out there.
So the Chi-High offense looking a little smaller in stature out there right now. 1st and 10 from the 48 of Memorial. Give off the right side, and we'll get you caught up with who's in there as soon as we can. Looks like the quarterback now for Chi-High is Mason Von Hayden, the 6 foot, 168-pound sophomore.
Ball carrier, I think, was number 10. Is that what you got there, Alan? 28.
That'd be Ryan Gaudette. He's a 5'10", 185-pound junior running back. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 from the Memorial 46 for Chi-High. 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Give off the right side, and there's a crease and into the open field. 35-30 before being drugged down from behind. That's an impressive run that time for
Mason Tester.
Mason Tester.
All the way down to the 30-yard line.
Boy, no drop-off here so far with this JV offense.
Tester's just a junior, and it starts again at the line, Allen, with getting a push. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for Chi-High. Under 2 minutes to play, leading 35-0. There's the give to, I believe, Tester again.
So, you know, this is where it's impressive if you can take Chi-High's second team or JV team against Eau Claire Memorial's number 1 team and still march it down the field. That's what looks good for future years.
Number 28, Ryan Gaudette there in the B-back or the fullback position with a nice carry.
So Gaudette picks up 6, 2nd and 4 from the 24, knocking on the door of the red zone are the Cards. Under 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. Von Hayden under center from the double wing. He's going to wheel and give to Tester, and Tester into the line off left guard, and will be stopped at the 23, a gain of 1, so 3rd and short coming up for Chippewa Falls.
Obviously 4-down territory here for Chi High, and also 4 downs where you know they're going to be running the ball. I see you have Coach Berger out there getting ready to take full control of the JV defense. He's normally up here in the booth.
3rd and 3 with under a minute to play in the third quarter. Oh, some early movement for Chi High, the left guard position. And that will back them up 5 yards, and we'll see if they choose to run one more play before the end of the half with the score at 35-0. We'll be on the road at Superior next Friday night, 6:35 p.m. start with highlights of this one. And a big game for Chi High as the Spartans have struggled this year. Probably winless after facing Hudson tonight. They were down 24-0 at the half.
Trying to also give credit to the JV offensive coordinator who's calling these plays. I can't see who's got the headset down there right now calling them.
Is it possibly Nolan Hutzler down there?
It could be Nolan Hutzler. Who is that called? That is Nolan, isn't it? Oh, wait.
False start.
No.
False start on Chi High. We'll back them up 5 more yards.
That's
3rd down.
Scott Nikolai is the offensive coordinator for JV.
Well, we have reached the end of quarter number 3. The final frame is next. Chi High in command, back in 60 on WOGO Sports.
What are patients saying about Wynn Family Dentistry in Chippewa Falls?
A wonderful, clean office with super friendly staff. I love the feeling of having my teeth cleaned.
I'm nervous with dentistry, and they make me feel comfortable and at ease.
Dr. Wynn and his staff make going to the dentist enjoyable.
Our whole family goes to Wynn Family Dentistry. We wouldn't go anywhere else.
See the Wynn Family Dentistry difference with Dr. Daniel Wynn and Dr. Annie Gunderson. Wynn Family Dentistry near St. Joseph's Hospital in Chippewa Falls.
Hi, Chippewa fans. My name is Sissy Knops. I'm a realtor with Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors. Here's a pop quiz. Do you know the current value of your home? I help clients in the Chippewa Valley answer this question in order to get their home sold for top dollar. I can also help you write a winning offer on a home in today's competitive market. So if you're looking to buy or sell your home, cabin, or piece of land, contact me, Sissy Knops of Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors, 715-828-0903.
3rd and 13 for the Chi High JV offense, and a sack on Mason Von Hayden as he faked the run to the left and then on the bootleg to the right. The Memorial defense not fooled, but we do have an injured Memorial player on the field and a timeout on the field. We will take a quick 30-second break and be back here on WOGO Sports.
Online education is nothing new at Lakeland University. We've been leading the way for over 25 years. We call this learning opportunity Blend Ed, on-site or online. You'll call it the most flexible and convenient way to earn a degree your way. Trust the leader in online learning. Attend classes in real time, virtually from anywhere. Blend Ed at Lakeland University. You're only an internet connection away. To learn more, visit lakeland.edu/getstarted.
Welcome back to Chippewa Falls football on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV. Berry Global in Chippewa Falls is looking for night shift production operators with entry-level positions starting at $65,000 per year. Yes, that's $65,000 per year entry level. Search for the Chippewa Falls location at berryglobal.com/careers. That's berryglobal.com/careers. The Memorial player back on his feet. That is number 36. It appears that is Briggs Reinke, who's their leading tackler, talented junior, 5'10", 180-pound linebacker. So good to see him back up for Coach Scott. And Memorial, we are in a running clock situation. 11:45.
New punter for Chi High on this one.
Let's see if we can get the number there for the punter standing at the 50-yard line. Run up and a nice kick that's going to be fielded at the 10, straight ahead between the hashes, and Chi High's special teams models that one up very quickly at the 15-yard line.
So now we get to see what the JV defense can do out there.
Was that Judah who punted that?
Yes, it was.
Judah, the JV punter. Not going to see him on JV, though. The second team punter.
Doing a little bit of everything. That was a nice kick.
Some net yardage on that one.
He is apparently the backup punter, but Braden has been doing a nice job of kicking all year.
Where did we kick that one from? That ball winds up at the 15-yard line. I'm just curious.
The ball spotted at the 16. He was standing at about 50, I believe, to punt it. So the line of scrimmage was the 44. Ryan Thompson, the give to Warner. Warner straight up the middle against the JV defense for Chi High and up to the 27-yard line. Gain of 11 and a first down will move the chains.
I can tell you right now, for statistical purposes, I'm just not keeping track of this, just so you know. I'm going to give you the stats with what the varsity did against the varsity. I'll name drop some of the juniors that got in.
I think that's more than acceptable tonight. As a throw wide, almost picked off. Jackson Google had another chance to get to it.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've got Evan Esslinger playing one corner. He's a senior. And then Jackson Google, another guy, he's a junior at the other corner. And then Karsten Rieg is playing safety. So a few varsity guys still in this game.
Yeah, and I think that's a combination right there. You look at him just working his way into that position, so you don't have a whole lot of guys to put in there in that spot.
Back to pass is Ryan Thompson on 2nd and 10, rolling out to his left. He is hit. He's held by a leg. He'll throw it wildly into the sidelines and get rid of it, but
and number 8 is there. That would have been throwing that ball away again.
Could have been his second intentional grounding play. Alan, did you see who was it who had Thompson by the legs?
I did not. I'm more on the secondary side of things, so I could not see through the bodies.
Either way, that was a very quick move into the backfield, and now it makes it 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 for Eau Claire Memorial from their own 26. Back to pass is Thompson, has a clean pocket, throws over the middle, and a big hit right at the line to gain. That was going to be close. It's complete to Redwine. It's one of the better throws of the night for Ryan Thompson, and will it be enough? Yes, it will.
And that's our safety back there. Ends in a 4. I'm not sure. Is that at number 14?
See, who was that who made the hit? Could have been Ezra Lindstrom. Back to pass Thompson again, looking right, throwing down the middle. He's got his big target at midfield, falling ahead. Number 6, Reagan Hubb at 6'4".
Thomas Clary almost had a good shot on there at the linebacker position. He's one of the hardest hitting kids on the team.
Running clock, 8.5 to go here in the 4th quarter, 35-0. Chippewa Falls leads here on WOGO Radio and Cardinals TV against the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe. Single receivers left and right. Thompson's going to flip out to Reese Warner. Warner avoids one defender in the backfield and lowers the shoulder across midfield to the 45 of Chi High. Gain of 5, and flags fly behind the play during the action. That's a hold against Eau Claire Memorial. Coming up in our post-game show, which will be here sooner than normal with 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter, we will talk live on the field with head coach Chuck Rakovich as the Cards looks like they are cruising to a 5-2 record with 2 games left to play against Superior on the road and then on the road at Hudson the next 2 Friday nights.
You mentioned Ezra Lindstrom a minute ago as the defensive back, and he's on the JV level now, but he's definitely somebody I would see competing for a varsity spot next season.
1st and 20, Memorial from their own 40-yard line. Delayed give to Warner. Warner straight up the middle, breaks an arm tackle, and he's still pushing back to the original line of scrimmage. A nice run by Warner up to the midfield marker. As the clock continues to wind, we'll be close to 7 minutes before the Old Abes run their next play.
7 stack will remain.
And there go single receivers left and right. Ball in the near hash. 2 men in the backfield along with Ryan Thompson, who takes a numbers high snap. Thompson going to float it out left side. That one is in the area of an interception as it was hung up a little bit short at the 32-yard line. And Chi High, good bracketing coverage. 3rd and 10.
Really nice coverage there by Evan Esslinger.
And how important is it for, again, a mostly JV defense right now to try to preserve this shutout in terms of their relationship with the varsity? I'm sure there's a lot of motivation from the sidelines. Don't lose that 0 on the scoreboard that we put up.
Yeah, there's no question in any year, but you also have just the camaraderie.
Thompson back to pass. He's being chased. Thompson flushed out to his left, still looking. He's going to tuck it and run, and a nice gain ahead across the 45 and down to the 43 makes it a 4th and manageable.
The one nice thing is it's, in the years where you have good teams, it's because all of those levels, play together, play as a team, and are really looking to build the team for the future. So, it's more of a good-natured ribbing about giving up that 0. Sure, Chi would like to have it, but, if you give up a garbage touchdown here, the varsity knows what they did tonight on the field.
4th and 3 from the Chi-High 43 with under 6 minutes to play in a running clock. Thompson from the gun, delayed give to Warner. Warner straight ahead. He's going to have the first down, jugged down from behind across the 43 and down to the 37-yard line. So Warner continues to tote the rock here tonight, working toward his 29 carry night against Superior last week. 1st and 10 from the 36 of Chippewa Falls. Single receivers left and right for Ryan Thompson. Thompson back to pass in a clean pocket. He's going to step up and rainbow deep down the right sideline. And what a great catch at the 5-yard line. My goodness. That was Reagan Hub again. And Hub over the coverage of Jackson Google. That ball was put on a dime and a good over-the-shoulder catch by Hub.
It was a nice double move there by Hub. He stopped like he was going to catch a hitch route, and then he went for a fly pattern. Google did a nice job, got a hand on it, but as we said before, Hub is 6'4", extended himself and made a nice grab.
Memorial trying to punch one in here, under 5 minutes to play. 1st and goal from the 2. Give to Warner. Warner hit in the backfield. The Chi-High defense says no. There are no less than 4 Cardinals in the backfield about as Warner got that ball. 2nd and goal from
tackle for the Cardinals. Benjamin Zepar.
See where they put it back, about the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 5 for Eau Claire Memorial. Clock continuing its inexorable trip downward. Flip to Warner. Warner off the right end, and this time he darts into the end zone virtually untouched. 5-yard touchdown for Eau Claire Memorial. It is 35-6.
Which will stop the running clock officially.
Here on WOGO, Halley, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. Memorial cracks the scoreboard for the first time tonight. And Ben Fry will kick out of the hold of Ryan Thompson. There's a couple subs coming up. .401 on the clock. Good snap, good hold. The kick is true, and it's 35-7 Chippewa Falls. Back in 60 seconds on WOGO Sports.
Just like their concrete, at Stelter Inc., their business has stood the test of time for 3 generations. Stelter strives to bring you the absolute highest quality and longest-lasting concrete, including aggregates they mine and process themselves. And when you need materials delivered or hauled away, Stelter can deliver with our fleet of dump trucks. With over half a century of service, Stelter Inc. will help turn your dreams into reality. Start now at StelterIncorporated.com.
Rural Credit Union's roots run deep in the Chippewa Valley. We've been helping families thrive here since 1964. Thank you for helping us make over 57 years of positive impact. Along the way, students have learned about saving with Royal. Families have moved into their first home with Royal. And businesses have turned dreams into success stories with Royal. Our strong roots make it easy for you to grow. Join us at any Royal Credit Union office or at rcu.org/roots. Insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to Chippewa Falls football on WOGO, Halley, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. WOGO Sports proud to partner our audio with Cardinal TV, CFHS Media on YouTube. 4:01 on the clock. Memorial cracks the scoreboard thanks to a 5-yard touchdown run by Reese Warner, the 5'8 senior who's been working hard here tonight. And so Chi-High's lead trimmed to 28 as they're playing a lot of their JV here at the end of the game.
I don't know if you guys saw the score, but Menominee 35-0 over Rice Lake.
Rice Lake's unblemished conference record will now be pockmarked this year. Onside kick takes a high bounce, and there's a jump ball for it at the 48. And who won that?
as it took a really nice hop.
Well, Memorial did have a lot of tall players out there, and that's what that was right there.
Chi-High football. Mason Howard went up to get that one.
Yeah, that was
the basketball player.
Perfect kick.
Howard and Dunham exchange a high five as the hands team comes back to the sideline. I think that was the varsity hands team, which, again, you haven't, I believe, had a chance to defend an onside kick yet this year for your Chi-High, so get to get that experience here. The clock, we're back to a running clock here because it is the fourth quarter, so 3:18 and counting. Chi-High up 28-35-7, first and 10 from their 47-yard line. Off the left side, a little bit of a gap across the 40, 45, and down to the 30-yard line. That's a nice run ripped off there.
Ryan Gaudette again from that fullback position.
Ryan Gaudette to the 47 down to the 29. Gain of 24.
I heard rumblings this week at practice that they might be trying to get him the ball earlier in the game. He's a very hard runner.
Good runs so far here.
First and 10 from the 29 of Memorial. Let's see if the Chi-High JV offense can score. Mason Tester has it across the 25, and he will lower the pads across the 25-yard line and down to the 22, maybe 23. Now, the clock isn't on your side. The JV team trying to score one more time here.
Well, let's see if they can at least make the score even with the JV team out here. Memorial got
2 minutes to play.
Just punch it in right before the end, or in all likelihood, they'll sit on it if it winds up getting
Second
close.
and 4 from the double wing. They give right up the middle to the fullback, and that's a first down for Chi-High to the 15-yard line, gain of 8. And a couple subs coming in.
Who had the
who
had that carry?
Ryan Gaudette again.
Gaudette again.
First down at the 15-yard line.
Just give it to him a couple more times and let him have his first varsity touchdown.
Devin Bush and Carter Bovey just came into the game. First and 10 from the 15 of Memorial. Just over 90 seconds left to play. Student section filing down to the fence now. Their Cards up 35-7 in the home regular season finale. Man in motion left to right. Ball is on the ground. It's loose. Memorial fighting for it, but it looks like Chi-High got it back right at the line of scrimmage.
As they're honoring these elementary school football teams, Ryan Gaudette is a Homestead Hawk.
There you go. All these players remember who they played for some 6 years ago.
Chi-High offense, of course, good sportsmanship, taking their time here. From the double wing, give to the fullback Gaudette. And Gaudette's going to continue pushing across the 10-yard line.
And showing what he can do. You know, he's a power runner there.
That was Colby Solberg with a carry.
Oh, Solberg.
Now Gaudette is back in.
Solberg? Is he a running back?
You know, I'm not familiar with what he plays on offense.
I thought he was a lineman.
3rd and 5 from the 10-yard line for Chi-High. Maybe the final play of the game. Give off the left side and pull down in the backfield is number 7, Carter Bovey. 18 seconds left.
And that should do it. Chi-High's not going to try to punch it in here. They are shoveling some more players in. Maybe they will run it, but I think arguably the sportsmanlike thing to do might be to sit on it.
With 3 seconds left, they'll go up to the line. They will flip it out one more time off the right side, turning the corner at the 15 to the 10-yard line, splitting it out with a flag on the play. 2 flags on the play as the clock hits zeros.
Those refs are just emptying their pockets on the last play of the game.
Yeah, why not? Why not? One of those is an unsportsmanlike for running that last play.
A hold is declined, and that's how the game will end. Chi-High in their regular season finale at Dorais comes up with force and passion against Memorial. And your final score tonight, the Chippewa Falls Cardinals 35, the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's 7. We are back with your WOGO post-game show in 3.5 minutes here on WOGO Sports. This is Chi-High football.
Online education is nothing new at Lakeland University. We've been leading the way for over 25 years. We call this learning opportunity Blend Ed, on-site or online. You'll call it the most flexible and convenient way to earn a degree your way. Trust the leader in online learning. Attend classes in real time, virtually from anywhere. Blend Ed at Lakeland University. You're only an internet connection away. To learn more, visit lakeland.edu/getstarted.
Mason Companies, a family-owned, community-focused e-commerce retailer, has been operating in Wisconsin for over 117 years. So don't wait. Join our team today. We're hiring for our distribution center and customer care center. Full and part-time positions available. Score a great new career with Mason Companies. Apply now at MasonCompaniesInc.com/careers. That's MasonCompaniesInc.com/careers.
103.1 FM, 680 AM.
WOGO.
Weather is brought to you by Swamp River in Barron. The forecast calling for increasing clouds, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, especially after 10 p.m. And the low will fall to 63. Tomorrow, Saturday, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, cloudy, the high 75, west wind at 5. Saturday night and Sunday, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, cloudy.
Which one is our reporter? Hey, good working with you guys. Yeah, it's fun. We look forward to see a basketball season. I'm hopefully.
What if you could work in a place you already love? Clovers of Lake Hallie is hiring now for both full and part-time positions with wages up to $15 an hour for full-time and $11.50 an hour for students. And because they know you're busy, Culver's builds a flexible work schedule around your life. Have fun and grow as a team member at Culver's of Lake Hallie. Meal discounts on your Culver's favorites, free uniforms, vacation, and 401k. Apply today at culvers.com/careers or in person at Culver's of Lake Hallie.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Choice and Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Choice and Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Choice and Ford.
Looking for a little more comfort in your life? Call the experts at Kurth Heating and Cooling, your local, employee-owned, factory-authorized carrier dealer. Kurth technicians are the authorities at getting peak performance from your heating and cooling system. You could even find yourself saving money on your energy bill. They work on most brands of equipment, so call Kurth first. They have ways of making you very comfortable. Turn to the experts. Kurth Heating and Cooling.
Hi, I'm Holly Bovey from Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors. My husband and I are lifelong residents of Chippewa Falls, and as Chi-Hi alumni, we are proud to support all Chippewa Falls athletics and activities. Chippewa Falls really is a great place to live, work, and raise a family. I've been helping people buy and sell houses in Chippewa Falls for over 20 years. If you are ready to make a move, call or text me at 715-577-HOME. You can also find me on Facebook or at hollybovey.com.
Let's hear those boys sing. Chi-Hi wins 35-7 over Eau Claire Memorial. The boys are in front of their home fans for one final time in the regular season.
Chippewa High School, fight for victory. With the colors flying, we will cheer you all the way. Hoorah, rock, go, Chippewa High School, fight for victory. Spread out the fame of our fair name. Go and win this game!
And Alan, we absolutely love hearing that. I don't know if Coach Rako was going around to make sure everybody was participating. What a great night for Chippewa Falls football as they take care of business here. We'll go down on the field shortly with Alan and head coach Chuck Rakovich. 35-7 your final score here tonight.
Looks like I can give some stats here in all likelihood, or are you going to wait on that?
Go ahead.
Coach is waiting there. We got Warwick 4 for 7 on the night, 42 yards. May sound familiar with that 1 touchdown and 2 pick because that was what he was in the first half. No passing in the second half. Bovey 13 for 107 yards and a touchdown. Dunham 4 for 32. Badette 7 for 42. Warwick 4 for 42 and a touchdown. Krista 10 for 98. Let's hope I'm off by 2 yards there. And we have 2 100-yard rushers and 2 touchdowns for Krista. as a team, 38 for 321 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's an 8.4 clip. Defensively, I'm not even sure I'm writing these numbers down right. This is paltry. 4 for 14 they were passing. Now, your stats are going to be a little bit off because, again, I stopped taking after the varsity, so this is not what you're going to see in the paper, but this is what our number one team did to them. 4 for 14 passing for 33 yards and 2 interceptions. 21 carries for 34 yards. An average of about 1.5 per carry for Eau Claire Memorial. Wow. So a couple of shout-outs to the JV guys. Ryan Gadet had 4 carries for, I think it was 46 yards roughly. So, great night for him. Tester, I think, was 2 for 21. And number 10, I think that's Neil, if I'm correct there. But hard for me to read the program when the lights go down here. And he was 2 for 6. So, and of course, Solberg had a 5-yard carry out there as well. So a little bit of a shout out to some of the JV players. We had interceptions tonight, almost one from Jackson Gubigal, but Goodman had one, Dunham had one, and I think that's the 2 interceptions that we had, or did we have 3?
I think it was just those 2, yeah, Dunham and Goodman, as we head down to the field now with head coach Chuck Rakovich and Alan Dunham.
Hey, Coach Rakovich here. Congratulations on the win tonight. What stood out to you?
Well, very obvious, I think, to a lot of people that we're a different team when we're healthy. And last week we weren't. We were as ill as a team last week as I've ever had a team, and we're getting better. We're still not 100%, but we're a lot better than we have been in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's definitely something that stood out last week. The offensive line didn't have the push it normally does. Tonight, I've never seen so big of holes. The running backs are trying to decide which hole to cut up because there's so much green.
Well, right. Our offensive line is finally, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. They played good tonight, but it all goes back to feeling good. You know how it is when you're sick, and you're not sick enough to stay home, but you're not sick. You're not well enough to play 100% in a football game. Much less playing in the offensive line where you got to do battle every single play with somebody. And I'm telling you, being healthy is huge.
First time I think this year I saw Braden go under center. When you kind of went to your traditional double wing, what was kind of the thought there?
The thought there was to give our offensive line a little confidence. They know that offense. They've been running it for a long time, and they get after people in it. And we know that where we want to go, we just can't sit in the double wing. But at the same time, it helped us tonight to let the offensive line get onto a kid and right off the snap of the ball and play push and shove. So that's what they did, and it was fun to watch.
Well, certainly was effective tonight. Congratulations, Coach, and good luck the rest of the way.
Hey, thank you, Coach.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Alan Dunham. Again, head coach Chuck Rakovich, always so gracious with his time. You just heard the Holly Bovey Names You Know Stats Recap brought to you by Holly Bovey and Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors. Names you know right here in Chippewa Falls. Holly's been helping people move in the Chippewa Valley since 2000. You can call her at 715-577-HOME. Visit hollybovey.com or find Holly on Facebook. Any other notes or thoughts on the stats here tonight, Dave?
Well, just from looking at it, I can tell you that I think Chi High is going to start moving towards getting Krista the ball a few more times in games. Obviously, he's going to be the defensive standout, and we haven't had a whole lot of years where we've consistently had a player that's going to go both ways. But the way he was running out there, you can't argue that he's not in shape. Give him his 10 carries, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. This team just has an added weapon, and it's not because it's Eau Claire Memorial. Krista runs hard. He can run over anyone.
Well, that will do it for the first part of our WOGO post-game show, but we've got highlights coming up, more analysis as well. Again, thank you to Holly Bovey and Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors presenting the Names You Know Stats Recap. Names you know right here in Chippewa Falls. Holly's been helping people move in the Chippewa Valley since 2000. You can call her at 715-577-HOME. Visit hollybovey.com or find Holly on Facebook. Some highlights from the second half coming up. We are back in 2.5 minutes here on WOGO Sports. Once again, your final and the regular season home finale, Chi High 35, Memorial 7. Back in 2.5 on WOGO Sports.
Building stronger kids, stronger families, and stronger communities. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley has 2 full-service locations, the Eau Claire YMCA and the Chippewa Falls YMCA, both open 7 days a week. Membership rates are among the lowest in the area, and you'll enjoy the gym, indoor pool, weight room, cardio room, indoor track, personal training, yoga, and group fitness classes, just to name a few. Get fit and stay fit with the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley.
What if you could work in a place you already love? Clovers of Lake Hallie is hiring now for both full and part-time positions with wages up to $15 an hour for full-time and $11.50 an hour for students. And because they know you're busy, Clovers builds a flexible work schedule around your life. Have fun and grow as a team member at Clovers of Lake Hallie. Meal discounts on your Clovers favorites, free uniforms, vacation, and 401k. Apply today at clovers.com/careers or in person at Clovers of Lake Hallie.
Greg Misfelt. I am a Vice President Commercial Lender with Northwestern Bank here in Chippewa. We truly care about our customers. They're not just a loan number or an account. They're people. And one of the best things working for Northwestern Bank is their dedication to the community. It's an expectation, and you're supported in all aspects when you do get involved.
Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter. Member FDIC.
Walk in for an interview, walk out with a job. The Fleet Farm Distribution Center in Chippewa Falls is hosting walk-in interviews every Monday through Friday from 10 to 3 with job offers right on the spot. Work full-time or find a flexible part-time position. You'll also love the benefits, including competitive pay, matching 401k, and a 20% discount at all Fleet Farm stores. Walk into the Chippewa Falls, D.C. weekdays from 10 to 3 or apply now at careers.fleetfarm.com.
We all remember our glory days, catching a touchdown, unleashing the perfect slap shot, or watching your three float through the net. But now, maybe a lingering injury makes those days just a memory. Get back to your best with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. With their team of highly trained sports medicine orthopedic surgeons and athletic trainers, maybe those glory days won't seem so far away. Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine in Altoona and Chippewa Falls. Visit cvosm.com/WOGO for more information.
Well, the prayer huddle at the 50. Always a great sight for Chi High here on their home field at Dorais. A beautiful, beautiful October night beneath the lights as the Cards all over the Old Abe's of Eau Claire Memorial, 35-7. Other scores from around the BRC: New Richmond over North, 29-6. Thank you to Mark Halverson for updating us on that. Looks like a lightning delay happened in the Hudson Superior game, but 31-6 was the score in favor of Hudson. They were all over the Spartans. That's, of course, the opponent for Chi High next Friday night. And Menominee defeats Rice Lake in impressive fashion, 35-0 in that battle at the top of the BRC, Dave.
Yeah, it's tough to read. Take a look at the Chi High team, and I was just going to look up where they sit kind of with the two non-conference wins. I don't think there's any question that there's a couple of real good teams in this league this year. You look back at the game that they played against Rice Lake and lost at Rice Lake 8-7. Coach Bull looked at the film. He is absolutely livid that the Rice Lake players had two offensive linemen 5 yards deep in the end zone, not called on that pass, as the two-point conversion is what wound up beating us. But head-to-head with a good Rice Lake team, top of the league Rice Lake team, other than the loss they obviously got to Menominee tonight. And then the Menominee game, everything went wrong for Chi High, and yet Chi High was still in that game with them. So, Chi High is a couple plays away from being an undefeated team, but that doesn't take away from where they're at. They're clearly a good team, clearly a team that's on top of the conference, and what that means is what they can do in playoffs. I don't think you want to have Chi High go into the playoffs as a lower seed, and all of a sudden they're a 7 seed and you're coming in as a 2 seed and you got to play Chi High. I don't think that's what you want. I mean, that just means that they've had bad luck this season, but they're right up there with the Menominees and the Rice Lakes of this league.
So Chi High, again, with the win tonight, is 5-2 on the year and now 3-2 above 500 in conference play. They will play at Superior at 6:35 p.m. here on WOGO Sports next Friday night as we make the trek north. And now Rice Lake has dropped to 4-1 in conference and 5-2 on the year as Menominee improves to 6-1 on the year and 4-1 in conference and tied for the top of the conference spot. Again, a three-way tie now as Hudson, presumably finishing off that win over Superior, is also at 4-1. We'll take one final 2-minute break, and your second half highlights coming up as we finish off WOGO postgame. Chi High wins big 35-7. Back in 2 minutes to finish things up here from Dorais in Chippewa Falls.
Not many of us like waiting. Waiting in line. Waiting on hold. Your expected wait time is 26 minutes. Or at that one stoplight.
Come on.
So if you don't want to wait for your prescriptions at the big box pharmacy, come to the medicine shop in Chippewa Falls and Menominee. Typical wait times are less than 5 to 10 minutes. Or choose free same-day local delivery. Choose your locally owned medicine shop pharmacy in Chippewa Falls and Menominee.
Fighting for what's right, 680 WOGO.
Hi, this is Dave Check, attorney and owner of the Check Law Office. I've been a part of the Chippewa Falls community for most of my life. It's where I grew up and where I started my practice. My motto at the Check Law Office has always been to provide people with the same legal service that I would expect if my own family needed an attorney. You meet with me directly and you are treated like part of the team. My goal has always been to get problems solved as efficiently and inexpensively as possible. I have proudly fought for Chippewa Falls on the field, as a coach, and as an attorney. Don't hesitate to add the Check Law Office to your team.
Hi, Alex here from Schleppenbach Janitorial. These days, disinfection, sanitization, and overall cleanliness are on the forefront of everybody's minds. At Schleppenbach Janitorial, we've been practicing these elements for nearly 30 years. The health and safety of our customers, staff, and families at home have always been priority number one. Using our advanced, science-based methods and state-of-the-art equipment, we can bring your business to a whole new level of healthiness in the workplace. Just remember, keep calm, wash your hands, and rely on Schleppenbach Janitorial. Call us today at 723-6601.
At Lakeland University, now is the perfect time to go back to school. Now we know you've got a job, you've got a family, you've got other commitments, but you've also got ambitions. Take the first step. Pursue your goals with a graduate degree from Lakeland University. Choose a Master's of Business Administration or a Master's of Leadership and Organizational Development and tailor it around everything else you've got going on. Yeah, it's your life. You've got this. Visit lakeland.edu to learn more.
What are patients saying about Wynn Family Dentistry in Chippewa Falls?
A wonderful, clean office with super friendly staff. I love the feeling of having my teeth cleaned.
I'm nervous with dentistry, and they make me feel comfortable and at ease.
Dr. Wynn and his staff make going to the dentist enjoyable.
Our whole family goes to Wynn Family Dentistry. We wouldn't go anywhere else.
See the Wynn Family Dentistry difference with Dr. Daniel Wynn and Dr. Annie Gunderson. Wynn Family Dentistry near St. Joseph's Hospital in Chippewa Falls.
Finishing up our WOGO post-game show is Chi High all over Eau Claire Memorial. The Cards knock off the Old Apes 35-7. Here's how the second half sounded. Chi High did most of their damage in the first half. On 1st and 10 from the 11. Warwick back to pass. Now he's going to tuck in a run straight ahead. Warwick to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Chippewa Falls. The senior in his home finale hits pay dirt, and it's 34-0 Chi High.
Chi High still got their number one defense out there, so look for Memorial to get stuffed again.
Flip right side, that's Warner. Warner hit in the back, and on cue, they bring him down for a loss. A TFL for the Chi High defense, a loss of 6.
No surprise about Owen.
Memorial trying to punch one in here, under 5 minutes to play. First and goal from the 2. Give to Warner. Warner hit in the backfield. The Chi High defense says no.
Warner on the corner.
There are no less than 4 Cardinals in the backfield about as Warner got that ball. And those were your second half highlights as Chi High led 28-0 at the break and end up winning 35-7. They will hit the road for Superior on Friday night. You can join us on 103.1 FM and WOGO.com. Haven't made that road trip for a while, Dave, and I don't know if you're going to be able to join us next week with your sons playing probably the next day, and that'd be a lot of travel, but we're looking forward to seeing how this season ends up as hopefully they get another W notched next week. Got to take care of business like you did tonight, and then you don't want to look past the Spartans, but that could set up potentially a huge game on the road at Hudson to end the regular season.
Yeah, you know, that'll be an exciting game, and I'll tell you what, I'd love to do that. We'll see how it works out. In all fairness, if I'm going to do it, I got to give a shout out to my wife, Mary. She's the one that does all the driving to our kids' games. I sleep in the back of the truck, so it's her that gets up at 4 in the morning, you know, to get ready to do that drive as we go either out to Fargo for Justin or JD's in Southern Illinois. Tomorrow, I think we're making the trip to Fargo to watch Duluth play at Moorhead. So, yeah, a lot of driving for Mary for me to be able to pull that off. We'll see. That's back-to-back, you know, some long nights.
Well, we are looking forward to traveling with these Cards and hopefully seeing them continue to mount up the wins. So our thanks to our board operator back at the WOGO Studios in Halley, Dawson Halverson, keeping things running smoothly tonight. Shout out to Scott Sickink and Chris Perry with Cardinal TV and CFHS Media. That is just looking like a more and more impressive broadcast each and every week. So students and staff, a phenomenal collaboration, and we're so glad to be a part of it here on WOGO Sports. For Alan Dunham and Dave Check, I'm Caleb Swenson saying goodnight for the final time in the regular season from Dorais Field in Chippewa Falls. Once again, your final score tonight, the Chi-Hi Cardinals 35, the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe 7. This has been Chippewa Falls Football, a presentation of WOGO Sports. Good night. All right.